Gardner Minshew would choose option A because he believes he's a starter in this league. I still think he thinks he's a starter, even though Matt LaFleur made it pretty clear today that Jacoby Brissett will be starting, not Carson Beck, and not the Minshew mustache.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that Brissett got his money. I feel good for him, but I mean, $15 million guaranteed with a chance at $21 million is not starting quarterback in the NFL money, right? Like that's normally in the 40, 50, type $1 million range. So I would not say that Minshew should give up, even if it's Brissett to start the season. I think there's probably room to say we'll see how it goes because $15 million a year is not like I'm breaking the bank for this quarterback.
Also, I would be more concerned about Marvin Harrison Jr. dropping the ball, like some of the highlights I saw percolating from Cardinals camp. Coming up next on Primetime, is LeBron the savior Philly has been waiting for, and what does his signing mean for Maxey and Edgecombe's development? Next on Primetime.
Coming up on the Monday edition of Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cole and Chris Canty and me, Michelle Smallman, we continue our ESPN Radio Rank-em series with the top 5 NFL fan bases I want to watch a game with. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
DeAndre, how many times has your mother called you a wimp?
Not often, I'll tell you that.
What about you, Laura?
She's called me other things, but not a wimp. I love you, Mom.
I'm a mama's boy, man. I'm the wrong one to ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I you know what? My mom's right. I kind of am. I am kind of a baby.
Marco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm gonna take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, can potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma Brands radio station.
And it is a Sunday special live from Rams training camp. On your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. This is a Rams training camp special.
The The moment has arrived. Our LA Rams are back on the field at LMU for another summer of Rams training camp.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Good operation, in and out, good splits. Let's go.
Our LA Rams are back on the field at LMU for another summer of Rams training camp.
From the MVP looking to lead his team back to hoisting a Lombardi trophy in February at SoFi.
Flat, it's caught. It's another touchdown. Go off. The Rams are back on top.
To a player already legendary on the defensive side of the ball.
Hi, this is Miles Garrett of your LA Rams.
Looking for something more this season by joining an organization that is best in class.
The home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
We get you ready for the 2026 season with a Rams training camp special. Beto Duran and Chris McGee bring you all the sights and sounds of camp.
Oh, don't do it. That's where you got that good demeanor. We'll mix in those things.
With special guests.
And talking Rams football as we get close to kickoff on your home of Rams football.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of the LA Rams. The Rams play here.
Rams training camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pachanga Resort Casino.
The law offices of Jacob Emrani.
And Waba Grill.
This is the Rams training camp special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
Now live from Sullivan Field at LMU.
Here is Beto Duran and Geeter.
What a beautiful Sunday. Thank you for hanging out with us. The final weekend of July. That means it's training camp opening up at Durant. Chris McGee, Greg Bergman with you here on the campus of Loyola Marymount University. And we're going to talk about it for the next 3 hours. We'll be joined by Trent McDuffie later on. The Rams are going to get practice going a little bit after 4 o'clock. So right now, if you're driving to LMU, which, by the way, have your patience, the security does a great job directing where you're going to go. And if you think there's different angles and ways you can get in, you can't. There's only one entrance right off of Lincoln, right, Berg? You found that out.
Oh, I found out that the hard way. I got sent to the back of the building, and they said, no, you can't come in here. You have to go all the way around, make a right at the fountain, and then you can find your way in.
Yeah. Just follow it in.
Follow it in.
DeMarco's going to be out here.
Oh, ESPN LA is going to be out here all training.
JB Long,
we just saw him. He'll be joining us later on. Gee, we walked up to the campus right now. I met you in the parking lot, right? It's kind of calm right now. The players were out here about 20 minutes ago doing a walkthrough just for them. The fans are going to start showing up, and if you're watching us on YouTube, you'll see the fans right over us. It was sizzling this weekend, and something about Rams training camp, the weather just goes down 10 degrees.
Yeah, the weather was perfect. We had some
right
cloud
now.
coverage and a breeze, and now the skies are opening, the sun is out, and it is absolutely perfect. And I was just telling Berg before we came on air, to our right you see the clock, and it's counting down for those of you that are listening to us, 71 minutes and counting until the Rams are out here.
And Sunday, so the first day of camp was yesterday. Fans are going to be here. And, of course.
So Rams training camp to the fans opens tomorrow.
Yeah.
So this is going to be youth teams that are be hanging out.
Correct. It'll be youth teams and special VIP invites that are going to be here right now. So, but again, a lot of people showing up right now. I love the friends and family section, and the water just fell off of our tent, which is beautiful. We did need some water. Thank you very much. But the Rams are doing a real cool thing. And when they showed up 10 years ago, I was part of the crew with JB Long, who was doing the play-by-play, or still is, the Rams voice, and I got to be the spotter for them, right? So the spotter, Chris, you and I were talking about this. When you're doing play-by-play, there's somebody that points at the number, caught by number 88, boom. Somebody's helping out the play-by-play guy. And I grew up here, just like you, Geet, and you, Bergman, too, where football wasn't here for us. Right, they left when I was in junior high. Probably for you, Bergman, when you were in elementary.
They broke our heart. Yeah, they broke my heart a long time ago.
You in high school, Guy, they're gone.
Of course.
And to see an NFL game in LA 10 years ago, I guess I became so jaded because my friends became Packers fans. They became Pats fans. They became Eagles fans. I'm like, no. You got to be from LA if you're going to be a fan. Mind you, the Raider Nation they're not from LA. They're an entire nation. They have a different world. Greg's one of the members right there.
Absolutely. And when I was growing up, it was the only thing. But now this is taking over.
It is. It's absolutely so much fun to be out here and to see the way that it's grown, Geet, from an empty Coliseum where Jeff Fisher was getting booed to now Super Bowl favorites. And it's like, yeah, what'd you expect?
I also remember 10 years ago going to a preseason game. We had a huge crew. We went in a bus. We had a connection with the Rams. It drove us right in. We walked through the Coliseum tunnel for a preseason game. and Todd Gurley scores a touchdown in the preseason game just right off that left tackle.
Oh, nice.
And I remember us going crazy, and like I kind of felt like it was back in L.A. And as my dad was still alive, he passed a year later, but I remember calling him and saying, like, because he's a longtime Rams fan, like, dude, it's back, right? It was just a good feeling, and now just to see where it's come and just the expectations on this franchise and being a part of Rams Revealed the other night with Cappy, so much fun. JB was there, and
Jackie Slater,
Eric Dickerson.
He looked cool as hell too. Like how great was it talking to Jackie Slater?
I got to be honest, man. Like ED was my running back, right? Like the neck roll, and it was he walked in the room, and I'm like, man, this is a legend. But when Jackie walked in, it was just different. And it was funny because telling DeMarco about it on Friday, DeMarco's like, I can't believe you weren't scared. I'm still scared of the man because he was like a rookie with Jackie. But Jackie was just the nicest guy in the world. He's doing a podcast with Vince Ferragamo. Yeah. He's got awesome stories, and he just wanted to talk to us too. And you know what's super cool about it is you know, and I work with former Lakers as well, so it's kind of the same thing, and former Dodgers that work at Spectrum, and they care about the team, you know, and that's what I love about Jackie. Like he's invested still in Eric Dickerson. They want to win, and they feel a part of it. And I think that's what makes this Rams environment, you know, family-oriented. And I think the Kroenke family is a big part of that.
So it's really cool that you say that, too, because even every single year for the Rams games when we're there, they bring over Rams legends, and it's always those types of guys. It's the Jackie Slaters, it's the Torrey Holtz, the Isaac Bruces. Yeah. They all want to be a part. All of these guys all want to come out and be a part of this team still, and it's great to see that because a lot of teams you see kind of like shy away from their stars, and I don't understand why they do that. The Rams don't do that. They welcome them all in.
That's the same thing with the Lakers and the Dodgers. They embrace. You might have only played for them one season, but you're on the World Series team or championship team. Hello, you're going to be there, Slava Medvedenko, right? You're going to take care of him, Adam Warren.
Well, here's the thing, too, man. Like, if you win on this stage and in this city, you are set for life in terms of how you're going to be treated by the organization and by the fans, especially the fans, right? Like, they don't forget the championship that you brought them.
Yeah, and the beautiful part about an organization like this, and this goes back to, we're going to talk about the team, we're going to talk about the breakdowns, we're going to talk about the linemen and all that good stuff. We'll talk about it, but this is the exciting part because it's still the quiet part, right? So the Rams today are going to have a community day where it's dedicated youth football day, and we're in the parking lot. We saw a bunch of kids that had their uniforms out there coming out. So the Rams are going to host 2,000 youth football participants from all over Southern California. They're not just going to watch practice, but they're going to get education, they're going to training, there are all kinds of things, activities for them, skills training. There's going to be a flag football tournament, all kinds of giveaways. And it's not just the L.A. area. They're going to the Valley, West Valley, right? You guys all about the 818. Take care of you.
I'm all about the 818.
About the 909, 951 Inland Empire teams will be out here. Orange County teams, Ventura, the South Bay, of course, you know, all over. And one of the cool things is that Matthew Stafford, yes, he's an MVP, future Hall of Famer, but he knows about the community. He's giving $10,000 in equipment to the Compton Dominguez High School squad. Dominguez High, great program over the years. You know, they're going to get a lot of new things that they need, like uniforms, practice jerseys, the donation. So they're working with inner-city student athletes to develop quality leadership, and that's awesome right there. I go back to being jaded as a kid. When the Rams went to St. Louis, I was like, man, I don't ever want to see you guys win. And Brandon Manu Maliuna was a tight end on that championship team, and I've known Brandon since like kindergarten. I'm like, yeah, I'm rooting for you, Brandon, but I don't like the St. Louis Rams because, again, it goes back to this, you're not L.A., right? So they came back. I'm like, yeah, they're here, but you better win, and they win, right? And there's that next generation that now knows the Rams as winners, right? The first couple years of the Coliseum was like, oh, boy, the McVay shows up. Change it around. Les Snead, fantastic work. Kevin Denoff, fantastic work, not just on the football field, but in the community.
When you create an environment and you are new or returning to a city, winning obviously brings people in. You're always going to have those diehard fans that have been fans since they were little kids, stayed with you through St. Louis. You're going to have the fans that got hurt and let you go, then welcomed you back. Yeah. And then you're going to have those fans that are like, well, I'm jumping in because we got football back in L.A., and I never really had a team. And then you're going to have those fans that jump on because you win. And by the way, all are welcome. I always say that. That's what makes this city a beautiful
you're a bandwagoner.
But here's the thing. And listen, Berg and I have talked a lot about this. Travis and DeMarco and I had a chat about it, Beto, on Friday, and Berg, like, when we always use the Dodgers as an example, right? And then you have the Lakers as well. They are the shining example, right? But in football, it's really hard to do. But the consistency that this Rams team has shown in terms of their ability to win and to make it to the playoffs, and then to also make the right moves, Berg, to put a product out there that they are trying to win. It says a lot about the ownership, management, coaching staff, what they mean to this city. They're trying to win games. And as a football fan, that's all you want, man. It's like, I don't want to punt for 4 years.
No, that's why it's tough. Like, I'm a self-admitted and also self-diagnosed Raider fan, but at the same time, I still like the Rams. I love the Rams. They're two different conferences, but at the same time, what they do is exactly what I want them to do. What you want your teams to do. You mentioned the Dodgers. That's why I love the Dodgers so much, and you too, Beto, because
I was there from the court.
Yeah, we were there from
bankrupt.
The court. Right. All those things where you're like, oh, if they just go for it, and every year they go for it. This Rams team consistently goes for it. They give up their first-round picks year after year after year. They go and trade. Now they just went after Myles Garrett and got the big star. Yeah. They went out and got Trent McDuffie, who we're going to be talking to later. They went Jalen Watson. They said, where are our deficiencies, and we're going to go fix it. And year after year, they're in the race to get to the Super Bowl, and you have to respect that. And especially here in L.A., going for it is so very important, and they do it.
I even said it the other night when I was talking to Cappy at Rams Revealed. We brought up Matthew Stafford. He was on the stage solo with JB, and he was talking to the fans. And I'm like, man, for a city to have a quarterback that you love, it's got to be a dude, right? It's got to be a guy that's clutch, a guy that's tough, that'll play hurt, that wins games. All of those things, and that is Matthew Stafford for me, right? Coming off an MVP season. So it's an easy team to love.
Live from LMU, second day of training camp for the Rams as they get ready for their opener, which is going to be in Melbourne, Australia at the Cricket Ground, September 11th. That'll be early in the morning. It'll be breakfast with the Rams that day. I don't even know what day they're going to be playing, honestly, but it's going to be Friday. Technically on Netflix.
It's Thursday here, Friday Friday there.
Yeah. And then, by the way, the NFL does start on a Wednesday night this year,
right?
Which is very weird and strange, but that's what's going to happen.
So Rams will be out here later on. And for those of you wondering, no, there is no number 99 on the roster.
Yeah, I know people have been asking, and I didn't see him out here walking around.
We saw 95. Oh, my goodness.
95 is a beast.
Yeah, for all you people in the YouTube chat, we saw 95. We saw him coming off the edge. He was wearing a baseball cap.
Yeah.
He was wearing the shorts, a T-shirt, and he looked all the part.
Right? I've seen him before in the Laker game, right?
Of course.
Were you there with him?
Yeah. I've seen him.
So he walks by, you're like, okay, that's a big dude, right?
Yeah.
But when you see him amongst his peers that are fellow linemen, like, oh, this is a presence right now. Like Aaron Donald has a presence, an aura about him, but he's not towering over people. 95, I can only imagine in pads. That is a monster.
Yeah, Myles Garrett is just such a beast, and it's going to be. But going back to Aaron Donald, do you think at any time that you're going to see him on this field at LMU? They're here until what? August 5th or 6th?
Yeah.
So
before they go back to Woodland Hills.
Do you think you see at any time 99 walking around this field?
I think you see him walking around. I don't know if we're going to see him in pads. I'm throwing it out there. I think it'll be after they leave LMU that the decision is finally made. But I'm dying on this hill, and I think I've committed too much already, Berg, on air with you listening, my boss, so I have to stay with it. But I just would be surprised at this point if he doesn't want to come out. And listen, we talked to DeMarco about this a lot. Here's the deal, guys. The physical part, right? 35 years old, the shape that he's in, the man can still play football. There's just no question about it. But do you want to be a part of that? The mentality that it takes to do it, the burn, is it still there inside you to go Super Bowl or bust and go for this thing? That's what remains to be seen or heard from him. But I'll tell you right now, man, the Rams have all said it. We had Tony Pastoris on. We had Kevin Demoff out there. Everyone says, when he's ready, open arms. Yeah. The fans feel the same way.
And the thing about it too, DeMarco says it all the time, and I think it's one of the smartest things I've heard DeMarco say. It's you can't. If you're a football player, you can't just go pick up and play football. You can pick up and play golf and basketball and baseball. You can pick up anything, any other sport. You can do it. But you can't just be like, hey, guys, let's go play some tackle football. It just doesn't happen, especially at 35. You're not going to go do that. So if you have that desire, this is where you're going to get that desire out. So it has to be back here.
And, of course, yesterday the first question, Sean McVay from the reporters. So, Aaron, so how's that Aaron guy?
Yeah, listen, I think they're having fun with it. They're used to getting asked about it. But I think as of today, they're ready to, focus on this team. And when he's they'll put all those questions to bed, I assume, and they're going to keep getting asked. But when it's his time to announce, and we'll see.
Yeah, McVay yesterday told me the quote right here: "We'll just check up on each other, then we'll see when we have more information whether or not we're going to give it a go." To answer your question, Berg, do I expect to see him out here? No, it's training camp. No veteran wants to go to training camp.
Maybe just walking around though. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, you know what?
If he shows, it's on.
If he does, it'll be. Would I love to see him out here? Oh, absolutely. Look, Rams are already Super Bowl favorites, right? Is it a Super Bowl or bust team? Absolutely, because that's the standard that they've set with Demoff and everybody else, and that's exactly what you want to talk about. We'll get more into that as the show progresses. We're here till around 6 o'clock here from LMU. But coming up, Geet, I'm going to talk about what I think Aaron Donald is going to be doing in this month. Just my own ideas. Nobody knows anything because we haven't heard from him. We're live from LMU Rams training camp. They're about 59 minutes away from getting on the field here at the campus of Loyola Marymount University. Greg Bergman, Chris McGee, Beto Duran with you here. And we are live on the ESPN LA YouTube chat, so go check us out here. We're live from Rams training camp. The water is flowing right here on ESPN LA.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA. Getting you ready for kickoff of the season on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams Training Camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino, the law offices of Jacob Emrani, and Wava Grill.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone, group chat, smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
And now from Good Karma Brands, here is Sam Pines.
Hi, this is Sam Pines, partner at Good Karma Brands in ESPN LA. Yeah, those 4 letters matter, ESPN. And the first one is the most important, entertainment. That's our goal. And here in LA, we've got iconic voices in championship teams to talk about every day. We're an independent company, and our founder, Craig Karmazin, has kept us hyper-focused on 3 things that matter: the fans, our advertising partners, and our teammates. Whether it's a great breakdown of last night's game, figuring out who has to pay up on a bet, or something fun on social, we want you to enjoy it. So no matter where you're listening, on 7:10 a.m., the ESPN LA app, tune in, iHeart, Odyssey, or watching on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Thanks for being part of this with us. You're not just listening to the story, you're part of it. ESPN LA, LA's mega sports station.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football.
ESPN LA's coverage and content of the LA Rams Training Camp is presented in part by the law offices of Jacob Emrani, proud to be the legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Big hits belong on the football field, not on the freeway. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob, 1-800-345-6789.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
And back to Beto and Geeter.
On the campus of LMU, thank you so much. Beto Duran, Chris McGee, and Greg Bergman with you here as we're 55 minutes away from the Rams taking the field. And the reason we're saying that is because there's a huge clock in front of us, Gee, and we love a countdown clock. We love that at all times. But we're here, and we are live on YouTube. And, we're going to interact a little bit with the YouTube chat today. But I said last one was go Lions, right, on the YouTube chat. And I'm getting roasted like, Lions? They don't have no chance. Bro.
LMU Lions.
Let's go. Come on, LA sports fans. You guys should
Even I got that one, Beto.
Come on now. Come on. Before this, we were talking about number 99. Mm-hmm. And I said, what is he going to be doing? You think he's going to be out here a little bit, Gee?
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if we saw him walking around. But I agree, he's not going to be playing before we leave LMU. But if he's walking around, I'm just going to hold out some hope for that.
But if he walks out, then isn't that just basically telling everybody, hey, I'm here?
And the drones will see it. TMZ will see it.
All over
it's
the
on.
place.
But that's what I want.
When they bring the alumni, what if he just does an autograph signing?
Okay, if he does an autograph signing, but still, no matter what, if he steps foot on this LMU field, which is a beautiful field, by the way. Yeah, all of a sudden everyone's like, yeah, that's it. It's happening. I mean, I think everybody thinks it's happening anyway. Yeah. But if he's here, that's for sure.
Now, here's where I think he's doing. We saw him a couple weeks ago. Remember the spy cameras that TMZ had at the Woodland Hills facility? I think he's going Rocky IV. I think he's going.
Is that Drago?
Yeah.
Drago.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But you know how Rocky isolated himself.
Win.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
He isolated himself in the mountains. He was in the snow doing lunges with the log on his back.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald has been working out. Right? Was it Kerr said after he couldn't work out with him after a couple of days because he was just too sore. I think Aaron Donald, just me, is locking himself up in the dungeon, working out even harder.
In the lab, as they say.
The way that he would prepare for a regular season. And he's looking, he's like, how far is Melbourne? Man, do I really want to take that flight? I don't even know what day we're going to play. How about, you know what, you guys are good there, a little Thursday night football. But he comes back, just my theory here, fresh, ripped. Week 2, Bergie.
Monday Night Football.
Monday
September
Night
21st.
Football.
I have that in my mind booked.
What city, though? In New York City.
Oh, love that. Actually, that's a great way to put it. I didn't think about the flight back and forth from Australia for that week 1. Yeah. So, like, what they're doing, too, from what I understand, they're going to leave, like, 2 days before, get there, be there, basically
So the body doesn't adjust?
Yeah, it doesn't adjust. They're just going to go, play, come back. And there's going to be no time. Go there, sleep, wake up, play, get back, sleep, come back on the plane, come home.
That's the SoFi home opener.
Yeah, SoFi. That's what I'm saying. You get New York City
SoFi
on the
home
market.
opener.
Yeah.
SoFi home opener, New York City market, everybody all about it right there.
You know what, Gregory?
Cappy can't ask for
Arthur Bergman, dude, it is Classic Soul Jerseys debut that night.
Those jerseys were nice, dude.
Did you like how we were holding them up?
Yeah, that was great.
So that's the jersey they're wearing that night.
Now that's
not a bad theory by Beto.
That's my theory right there. Lock himself up. Work out at home in your own crazy facility that you got going on. Lock yourself up like a fighter getting ready for the prize fight where you're just like, everybody's away from me, and unleash him against the Giants. Yeah?
Let him chase around Jackson Dart.
At SoFi, Jackson Dart's not going to get chased around. Jackson Dart's going to get thrown down.
He's going to get on his back.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, I don't know, though. If you're going to come back, like, why not? I get the flight and I get all of that, but if you're going to be on this team, be there week 1. Be there with your team week 1 in Australia and really show exactly what this team is going to do. If I'm AD, I am going to play every single game. And also, people are talking about, I think Travis was talking about it one time where, he could just play 25 snaps a game and he'd be fine. If you're coming back, you're playing full force.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't come back if you can't play the whole thing.
It's interesting you say that. I've kind of been on that side of it as well, Berg. I just can't see a guy like AD coming back and being like, hey, I'll be the third down guy. I play 15 to 20 snaps. Like, and by the way, that could be the case.
That would be
for
amazing
me,
if he was.
in my mind, like in knowing the makeup of that man and what he is all about, I just can't see him doing anything else but full throttle.
But also, if you're a team, if you're McVay, you don't want that, right?
I know.
You want either you're
DeMarco
all in
will
or
tell you
all
that
out.
as well.
Because if you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, then you're done, right? You have to be all the way in. But I'm just thinking Monday Night Football, just for our drama here, right? Because imagine Mason during the week, he wasn't in Australia. Will he play this week? I mean, the gloom and doom of Morales would be perfect that week right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Mason would be losing his mind. If he doesn't play in Australia, that's it. He's not playing. He's not coming back. Even if he announces it, I don't know what he's going to do. He's not going to play this game. Then that means he may be the third down guy. He's only going to play a couple games. He actually doesn't want to come back. The speculation is going to go crazy.
Yeah, and nobody on this team is saying no to Aaron Donald. It's more yes, yes, yes. And you know who's probably saying it? Myles Garrett. No. Because if you have that right there, that hammer right there.
Do you guys think, obviously, like, guys on the team know what his decision is and McVay and those guys have at least an inkling? So they're either planning for it or they're basically going forward without him.
Yeah, I think they.
I mean, the focus is this team right now.
I think they have it. Yeah, it's obviously the focus is all on the team. I don't think they're worrying about Aaron Donald, but I think they have an idea of like, yeah, this dude's coming back at some point. Like we're gonna have AD 99 on the field at some point. But this is like they just feel like this is going to be a year where they just run through everybody. And this defense is gonna be one of the best you've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Because of that.
And I think why we're fixated on it, and we talk about it a lot. Number one, it's fun to talk about. But when you look at the moves that this team made, in the offseason, and this goes with the coaching staff as well, and then the players that were brought in, and where the Super Bowl is going to be and what the goals are of this team. It just makes so much sense for the story that he returns, plus the little, carrots that he dangles out there. Right, which he loves to do. He's good on social media, and he understands how things work and how to drive it. And now that LeBron has made his decision, it's time for Myles Garrett.
This is a LeBron free zone.
Yeah, by the way, it is.
I'm
just saying, that is
person.
Listen, we were asked at the reveal.
You are.
We were asked in the revealed who's going to go first, LeBron or Aaron Donald. And I said, please let it be LeBron so we can move on.
Just forget about it. Now it's done. He's gone.
Gone.
He's
Happy
a 76er. It's gone.
I'm all focused on Aaron Donald.
Yeah, let LeBron and his Cowboy fan go to Philly. So that's what you need right there. Live from the campus of LMU, where our good friend Kasim, who works with us, is an alumni here. Beto Duran, Chris McGee, and Greg Bergman. We're going to be talking more about the football and what's going on, but there's a jugs machine right in front of us, Bergie.
Oh.
There's no way they'll let us use it because of insurance. But if you were 10 yards away, could you catch it?
I think I could. I used to be a good receiver. I played wide receiver. I played safety.
Camarillo, right? Or no?
No,
Calabasas.
Yeah. So
wait, you played at Calabasas High?
I played at Calabasas High. Yeah.
I was at Crespi High School, right down the street.
Oh, very nice. Look at that.
I'm older though.
Oh, yeah, you're just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, so I had an interception in a game. I could catch it. I used to be able to go up top.
Yeah?
Not anymore. I think I could, but also how fast that comes out, it might just smack me in the face because I'm old now and I can't do the things I used to.
So that was my position all through Pop Warner in high school, but I quit after I quit in high school to focus on hoops and volleyball. Bad decision. Russell White was my old teammate, one of the great players. He actually played with the Rams too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He got drafted right with Jerome Bettis. But DeMarco will tell you, greatest high school football player ever saw, Russell White.
I've heard the story.
When I was a receiver, a little strong safety. Yeah.
Could you do it better?
No, I went to Carson and the Samoans got really big.
By the way, don't mess with Carson and Banning in the 80s.
I always
they
tell
ran
the
the
story.
show.
Like in junior high, I was like, I'm going to go play football. And you go out there the first day, all my friends all of a sudden grew a foot and gained like 50 pounds. I'm like, I'm going to go do cross country because I weighed 130. I'm like, there's no need for that.
Time out.
You did cross country?
You just did cross country?
Yeah. Cross country.
Beto Duran
in the
ran
fall.
cross country.
Oh, I was
cross country
at Mount Sac.
Carson.
Well, yeah, you ran a marathon just a couple of years ago.
I've done 3 marathons.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. So what it was like 1993 or whatever. So this LA Unified before we had 9th grade. You started high school in 10th grade. So you show up, and then Carson at that time, we had a guy who played in the NFL, J.R. Redmond, he went with the Patriots. He was with Arizona State. So there was like stud dudes were going. Like John Robinson was on our campus recruiting guys, right? So you're like, I don't belong on the football team because it was just JV environment. Like, no, I played baseball. And then I was like, so what am I going to do? I didn't want to take regular PE. So like, hey, cross country, all our family did. So I did that, ran Mount Sac. Yeah, it was good, bro. And then 1:30, I went out the first day of football, right before they even had the pads. I'm like, wow, you guys are big. There's no need.
Listen, man, to run a few marathons, you got to have a strong mentality.
Oh yeah,
because that is just you and nobody else, and only you know that you finish it. And
I got 2 more to go.
13, you're ready to quit.
2 more to go. I ran 1, and I was like, I'm never doing this.
Where'd you
I'm
do it?
impressed, man.
I did the LA Marathon. I went from Dodger Stadium down to the coast.
Oh, to Santa Monica. Beautiful. They don't do it anymore.
They don't do that. Oh,
that was the OG, wasn't it?
It ends at Century City now.
Oh, that's
so you go to Santa Monica, make a U-turn, and come back.
Oh, that's terrible. No, when you were running down Ocean Avenue, when you're just looking at the ocean and running down to the finish line, that was beautiful.
Yes,
it was
emotional.
Gorgeous.
So I got to do 5 by 50. That's my goal.
So if we did the 5 by 50, I want to
do 5. I've done 3. I want to do 5 marathons by 50 and then be done.
Oh, that's awesome. So if we did a 30-yard dash, would you be able to win, Beto?
Yeah.
You could beat both of us.
I still do sprints once a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I still go run out with my daughter, so we do sprints.
It pains me to say this, but every sport I play, and I don't play a lot now, but let's just say surfing and volleyball, right? I'll play some 4s or 6s on the beach. I have to stretch.
Oh,
now.
no, absolutely.
I cannot believe. Like, I don't
you and
hoop
Richard
anymore.
Jefferson out there
and it
doing
hurts
yoga.
me, man. Hoops was my life. And I will blow a calf. Anytime I run, work out, it's just the sad part of getting older.
Oh,
because right now I'm looking at that green grass. And by the way, someone had an idea. They're like, Berg, can you turn that camera on and show us the beautiful fields we keep talking about? I don't know if we have that capability.
There's no practice right now, so yes, we can.
Yeah.
So, real fast.
Right. Yeah, let's show real fast, just so they know what his.
So, Lance,
like.
just pick it up. Just pick up the whole thing. Pick up the
Lance
whole
graduated from Long Beach State
the whole thing.
Yeah. Look at Berg direct.
All right.
You don't need to take it all out.
Slower, Lance. Slower. Not too fast, Lance.
Let them see.
Show the judge machine. Show the judge machine.
Now there's a player coming on, so come on, turn it back around.
Turn
it back around. We don't need to show anybody.
Ethan Evans.
But I want.
What's up, Ethan?
What up?
There it is. And then I want to just go out there and catch passes. Like I do, but it would take me 45 to just loosen up and get ready.
Well, the grass is beautiful.
God, it's beautiful.
Okay, how about this? Ethan Evans punts a ball.
Yep.
Could you catch it?
Oh, no. Okay. So
you got to take some work. We got to get some reps at that first.
I did that. We did it last year. Graham, we used to work with us. I did that. We did a Miller Lite Minute at that time. I was doing those vignettes. And Aaron Perez, who was a punter at UCLA, Charter Oak High, he has his own facility, his own training. What he does is he works out with the punters, and he's developed a lot of D1 punters. A lot of the Australians are punting in college. He has them. So I went out to Bonita High School, and he had a session going on. I was like, let me try to catch this. Bergie, I'm not embarrassed to say this. I ran from that ball.
You ran away from it.
It was coming right at me, but these dudes were like doing something with it. I don't know what, and I saw it coming. No, I
want nothing to do with this.
This was they were doing the pooch punts. So I caught the pooch punt. Cool. Then they went back for the real one. Nah. Could you do this?
I don't know. They kicked it so high in the air. I think that I would either go over my head because I misjudge it or land way in front of me. Well, so I think I could catch it if I'm underneath it. Besides that, but nah.
Here's what's frustrating. When you were a younger man, you wouldn't even think twice.
Oh, no. I'm not about
fly ball.
No shirt, no nothing.
Punts,
Let's go.
You're fine. But right now, you got your depth perception's a little bit off. Your knees hurt. You got to work at it. By the way, the crowd's starting to fill.
Yeah, so it's a invited guest only today. It's a kids' day, dedicated youth football day. So that's
a couple hundred people over on that side.
Yeah, so they're coming through. They're burning. We're here at the campus of UCLA, and Ethan Evans is over there.
LMU.
I'm sorry. UCLA. I was thinking about that because they're going to have a good season this year as the water comes down. There we go.
There you guys right now, it's raining
on
off our tech.
Hasn't rained
if
forever.
Bergman gets water on his computer after the coffee incident, I just don't know what's going to happen because you're already
It's not my fault. It's the ESPN is going to be saying, what are you doing to these laptops to do this twice in a row?
We're here till 6 o'clock. We'll be joined by Trent McDuffie later on. Also, JB Long, voice of the Rams, will be hanging out with us. 43 minutes away from the team taking the field, Berg.
How beautiful is it out here, though,
too?
It's a perfect day for football. Let's go.
I'm excited. Football's back.
Are you the guy, Bergman, that's like excited when training camp starts, and then when the preseason's going, you're like, okay, I'm ready for the first game?
Oh, yeah. No. I don't watch one game of preseason. It's not worth, especially with this Rams team. What's the point of watching?
They're not going to play.
They don't play anybody. Yeah. So what's the point?
I'm telling you, man, it's like me with Laker preseason. Like, I'm so excited in training camp, and then the games start, and I'm like, can we just get to the opening night?
Hey, come on.
No one cares.
Those games in Bakersfield,
come on,
sure.
man.
That's all you need right there. Coming up, people getting on Bergery, and I don't like this. I'm going to defend you, Berg, because you're part of the Raider Nation, but it's okay.
Proudly.
Yes, it is. But it's okay to root for the Rams.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to explain why. Coming up next, live from Rams training camp on the campus of LMU, Greg Bergman, Chris Geeter McGee, Beto Duran with you here on ESPN LA.
This is the Rams training camp special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA. Getting you ready for kickoff of the season on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams training camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino, the law offices of Jacob Emrani, and Waba Grill.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
The King has a new kingdom.
The LeBron era is officially as he signs with Philly over in LA.
LeBron James is taking his talents to Philly.
I just think the Lakers and LeBron were sort of ready to turn it over. It's been 8 years. They've already got their new star.
What does it mean for the Lakers, the Sixers, and the entire NBA?
I would say to you that this is probably the closest team that he's got to really winning a championship.
Every angle, every reaction, right here on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Laker fans are like, thank God it's over.
Hi, it's Ramona Shelburne. Right now, lease a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SE for just $299 a month. Comes with owner's assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Take it from me. With next-level customer service and incredible dealer incentives, your next Hyundai is waiting for you at Hyundai of Glendale. Call 818-222-8000 or check them out at HyundaiofGlendale.net.
$299 per month plus tax. Close annual lease for 24 months. $47.49 total due on signing plus government fees and taxes. Unapproved above average credit through HMF. Zero security deposit. 7,500 miles per year. 20 cents per access miles. Expires 7/31/26.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football.
ESPN LA's coverage and content of the LA Rams Training Camp is presented in part by Pechanga Resort Casino. Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
And back to Beto and Geeter.
And the water is flowing. There it goes on a Sunday afternoon. A little lighter shade of brown. Good job, Will, back in the studio. And, there's some water on the microphone, the Bert, and the electrical. Okay.
That's not good. Electricity and water don't go
together.
Yeah,
that's not right. So what happened is, if you're watching on YouTube, this is why you got to subscribe to the ESPN LA YouTube. You never know what you're going to get. As Ben Conroy, engineer.
Yeah, say hi to Ben.
Yeah, we're around Ben. So what happened was, there is no rain, for those of you wondering, but the sprinklers do work. And the sprinklers were on top of their job, and they ended up on top of the tent, and the water has been moving because the wind is a little breeze here in Westchester. But it's all right, though. We're here with you.
Which I assume the fellas will appreciate.
Yeah.
Right, a little breeze.
It was humid walking in here.
Yes, it was.
The whole week, it's been humid all week, which is weird in LA. But.
So the first of 8 shows that ESPN Los Angeles is going to do live from Rams training camp. We're going to be taking care of everything you need to know. Of course, we're near the Rams flagship station. We have a lot of great shows. Of course, you and Cappy the other day, Rams revealed beautiful uniforms. And, I love uniforms. I don't own jerseys, but I love when they go retro. And the white ones, my goodness, are beautiful.
It's kind of a throwback to the 1951 championship team, which was the first team in L.A. to win a major championship. And, of course, the Fearsome Foursome back in the day. And that will be unveiled Thanksgiving Eve, which is a Wednesday night, against the Green Bay Packers. So that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, November 25th at SoFi, a game that'll be on Netflix. Rams have 2 Netflix games, opening night and Thanksgiving Eve. They're going to be on Prime Video December 3rd, and they're going to be all over the place. They're going to be the game that you want to watch. But here's what I was getting into. Bergman early in the show said that, yes, he is a hardcore Raider fan.
That's right.
But he appreciates and he roots for the Rams. And people are like, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
He can.
And this gets to the what I was talking about earlier, about you have that generation that was lost because of football. So, like friends of mine like Henry Ramirez and Razzo are hardcore Rams fans. They went to St. Louis. They love him no matter what. Razzo, who you've met, his wedding night, on his shoes, it said, "Go Rams" on the heel. So when he kneeled down to, for the vows, he said, "Go Rams." But then you have another generation where, I might have became a Pats fan and Tom Brady. I like him. But now that there's a team in L.A., so I have 2 teams. And some people might say, no, you can't have 2 teams. I say, yes, you can. Because you go with the team that was with you, but you have the team that's here in your backyard. You might not be the hardcore fan, but here's why the Rams, you can do that. Now, I'm only saying it with the Rams. Not because it was the station, but because they put value out. There's no drama with them. We just mentioned the preseason. They're not going to play their guys. But you can root for them because it's a team where everybody is likable, right? You don't need the antagonist here. You don't need the jerks about it. It's a team that, they do everything right, and a lot of people around the country wish that they had somebody like them.
Also, Bergman is an adult. Yes, he is a lifelong Raider
I don't like to think
fan,
I am, but
I
thank you.
hope you know what his job is, right? And the partnership that he has with the Los Angeles Rams. So he knows many people in this organization, coaches, players, management, people like that. When you get to know people, and like you just said, great people, awesome environment, yes, you want them to do well. Your station does well. So it's part of your life. I covered the Angels. for a year. I traveled with them. I was the pre- and post-game host.
Yeah.
I was a huge Dodger fan.
No, they were good at that time.
Yeah, Trout was a rookie. Yeah, they had a nice little run.
Torrey Hunter.
Of course, there was no playoffs ever. but I was there for one season. But I remember some fans in the outfield were like, Gator, what's your team? And I was like, well, I grew up a Dodger fan, lifelong. But yeah, and they're like, you don't like the Angels? I know I like this Angels team. I'm literally traveling with them every week on the road. I know everyone. I like the guys. Yeah. And, of course, I'm pulling for them. So it's okay for that to happen. All right? I want everyone to understand that.
Oh, we got a Rampage.
Oh, Rampage is showing up here. There
What's up, Rampage? Yeah.
So, this is what
you want to come hang out. You can come hang out and say
Rampage.
Oh, watch out!
We love a Rampage sighting. What's up,
Rampage
buddy?
just wants the shade.
No, he does. It's a little bit. It's hot out there.
Yeah, the people right there, Rampage. Oh, wow! Look at this.
Rampage is pulling up a spot.
Yeah, Rampage, go ahead. You can pop those on. Rampage.
Pop those on.
Yeah. Pop it on the nose. Rampage is here.
Rampage is there. It's gonna.
And if you see Rampage at training camp, pictures are free. Do not give Rampage money. Not at all. No money for Rampage.
$0.
You can feed Rampage, feed the handlers, but no money for Rampage. We're talking about good things that they do. Even Rampage. Look, show the gloves, Rampage.
Oh, check those out.
Gloves,
he has his own gloves?
Rampage, you are fired up for this season. I can tell.
Yeah.
This is Super Bowl or bust for you.
Oh, Rampage needs new jerseys, though.
Yeah.
He needs the all-white ones. Needs the soul.
Oh, we got the new soul that's going. Oh, they're gonna hook you up. You know you, right? Yeah.
Rampage is gonna be beautiful. But yes, you can root Rampage. Can I root for you? All right, we're gonna root for Rampage. Make sure you follow Rampage social media account because Rampage.
Yeah. Rampage is a good-looking kid.
Is verified. Rampage is verified.
Oh, stop it!
Stop
it!
Man of many
go
words.
on.
Yeah, it's all right. Rampage will do appearances at the beach for you. Yeah.
See, Rampage
no money. Rampage is free. Rampage is free.
I'm not sure if Rampage likes
FREE.
Yeah, there it is. Rampage is looking. You ready for training camp, Rampage? Absolutely. You're ready to go.
Passes out there.
Hey, where's Aaron Donald? Oh, Rampage can't talk all of a sudden. All of a sudden, Rampage is quiet. All of a sudden. Look at Rampage is leaving.
Now the panic.
If Ethan Evans kicked the ball to you, could you catch it?
Could we get Rampage on the jug?
Could you catch punts right now? Could you catch?
Yeah.
Would you fair catch? There you go.
Run it back, Rampage. Run it back. Run it back.
Visually, it's challenging for him, I would assume.
Appreciate you, Rampage.
Rampage number one. Rampage been hitting the weights, too.
Yeah, no, he's getting thick.
Jack.
All right, so for what you were saying, though, it's right. Look, I am a Raiders fan. I follow the Raiders more than any other team, but I also work for the station that is the Rams station. I know everybody that's in this organization. Been with them for 10 years. They've been with ESPN LA for 10 years. I've been here for 10 years. Since I've gotten here, it's been a Rams station. So I know and love all these people. But also, they, like I said earlier, they do things the right way.
Yes.
They do things like from top to bottom. You want organizations that do it with all the way from Les Snead and Kevin Demoff and Stan Kroenke all the way down to just random guys that are walking down. It's like the guys that cut the field and
everybody
and giving water to everybody. Everybody is on the same page and doing the right thing, and that's how good organizations run. Just like the Dodgers, they do those same types of things, and so that's why I love this Rams team because they want to win. I like organizations that want to win and prove it over and over again and are constantly in the conversation.
And a couple of years ago, it was the F them picks, and you know what? F them picks if you're going to win a Super Bowl.
Picks, man. I'm telling you right now, fan loves that because they want to win now.
Right? And then what happens?
4 or 5 years from
they
now.
Still draft right.
Because I think also, and we've spent a lot of time talking about this, especially during Lakers free agency, and we've mentioned it with the Dodgers. You want your team to try and win now. And the Rams have that belief from their fans, just like the Dodgers, that they are going to make moves to keep you relevant for a long time. They will figure out a way. We had Tony Pastores on here during Rams Revealed, and he's kind of the man responsible and behind the scenes for when Les and Sean come in and say, we want this guy. He's the one that's got to find ways to get him. And listen, the 2023 class is going to be extension eligible.
Yeah, we should get into that at some point.
Let's do it right now. Because
there are some big names on there, and by the way, they got to find a way.
Then they find a way to get going.
Find a way.
So after them F them picks, right? They knew that they had to rebuild, and Kevin Demoff and Leslie do a great job with it. Berg, you brought this up. You cannot afford to miss early on in the draft. And teams that miss early on in the draft, they get punished later on because they don't perform. The Rams in 2023, and these are the guys that are going to be eligible off their rookie contract. So how many of these guys will be back? We don't know. All right, so, of course, the one that stuck out was in the 5th round, Puka Nacua. Pick number 177. But, before that was Stetson Bennett was in the 4th round. So you pick up a draft backup quarterback, 4th round. Okay, we'll see what it is. But this is where they have not messed up. And you can never afford to mess up a lineman pick. Yeah, you can find some that are undrafted, but if you're going to take them early, they better perform. Steve Avila, right? TCU, offensive lineman. Berg, you just see him, you're like, when we talked to him last year, like, this guy's a monster, but he embraces himself to L.A.
He's also the anchor of that interior line, right? And he's a big part of protecting their franchise quarterback along with Warren McClendon.
Yep.
By the way.
Who's
Kobe
also
Turner.
Like Kobe Turner.
Byron Young, another one that you're going to have to.
I mean, Kobe Turner's his captain
right
of this team. And you mentioned Byron. What do you have? 12 sacks last year.
Yeah, so you have all these guys. So you just named 4 of them. Those are 4 dudes that are a huge part of this offense and defense, and all on the line there too. So except for Puka, who's a receiver, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of guys that you're going to have to pay now. If you want to continue this going forward, you're going to have to. It's going to cost a ton to do that, and you need Tony Pastores, who you talked to start getting creative, because every single one of those guys is necessary because they understand the system, they understand McVay, they understand how everything works on this team, and they need to be back here next year and long term, because that rookie deal over.
Yeah, I mean, just to piggyback that, like, your foundation and what you've built and what you've drafted, it's just like any other sport. You want to keep those guys that are now becoming the stars of your team that you have also developed. By the way, they take a lot of pride in that.
That's
so
true.
These guys, I mean, I mentioned Kobe. I mean, he's a captain of the team, right? I mean, necessary to this team. So that's where the Rams have to get creative, and I believe they will, because these are guys you have to keep.
Last year, there was a lot of talk about how bad the special teams was, and they made an adjustment with the coaching staff. You know who wasn't bad? Ethan Evans. Right? He was also drafted in that same class. Yep. He was a 7th round, Ethan Evans, who just walked by us right now. But they also do this, and I know it sounds like we're kissing up to it, but it's not.
By the way.
It's you're stating the facts. They don't miss. When you're drafting a punter, you're like, does anybody really care? I mean, that's when the 3rd day of the NFL draft and who's calling his name. But you draft somebody who's been performing every single time. Those little details are what separate you from being elite and just also ran.
And this is where your front office has to be elite, which the Rams are. Your analytics department, everything that goes into it when you are, mapping out a player where you think he's going to be, because extensions can start in training camp, and that's often when they do. So the next couple of weeks, you're going to be hearing more and more about it. And by the way, you can let a guy go and play out the year, and if he has a Pro Bowl season, now you're in a free agency war.
But you also,
so that's the risk you take if you don't extend a guy.
Sorry, Keith. Also, when you have those extensions eligible players, doesn't it seem like every other team that's also ran, that becomes a storyline, right? The Rams, it's never a storyline.
Well, that's stability and consistency in the front office and leadership. That's what that's about.
They don't do noise.
No,
that's
a great point.
So whenever there is some kind of noise, it goes away like that. Like,
who was the guy with the Seattle? Who wanted the contract?
Cooper Kupp?
Well, Cooper Kupp's another one who thought he was going to get the big deal or expected it, but hey, thank you for your time, but you're declining.
Well, think about it. Just like we can't just not mention Puka Nacua. He had one of the roughest off seasons that people had. But guess what? You haven't heard from recently, Puka Nacua.
No,
they went and they did everything. They talked to him and said, "Hey, we don't do noise around here." I'm not sure exactly what Sean McVay said, but he said something, because I haven't heard his name in the news once.
The only time
since
I've
that all
seen,
went down. Except for people like throwing things out.
Yeah, I asked DeMarco about this, Beto, because as a fan, I love Puka, and I want him around.
Oh, yeah.
So I was asking about, would you extend him now? And he's like, listen, with the stuff that's gone on, you kind of lose that ability to extend now. You have to come out and prove it again.
One of the things that the Rams do, as Greg Bergman just said, they don't do noise.
Big old K-Dot right here. Kevin Dotson.
Oh, Kevin. Oh, he's got the dye job going on?
Look at
Rams
that
dye job.
I love that.
He's got the logo ready to go, number 69 on his little scooter ready to go. Kevin, that's a big dude, too.
It's a big dude.
But the Rams, with Puka Nacua, in L.A., we've seen it all our lives. It can suck you into the highlights and the lowlights, and L.A. does not perform. Other teams might let you. But Puka Nacua, talking about him coming up, about the role that he can have this year, because there was some talk about Devontae Adams maybe being traded. They addressed it yesterday. We're talking about the Rams receivers coming up. We're live from LMU, getting ready for Rams training camp. Greg Bergman, Chris McGee, Beto Duran with you here on ESPN LA.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA. Getting you ready for kickoff of the season on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams Training Camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino, the law offices of Jacob Emrani, and Wava Grill.
Los Angeles, your Rams have reloaded, and they're ready to kick off their 2026 campaign. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year Myles Garrett joins reigning MVP Matthew Stafford to lead the Rams into massive matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, Packers, and more. To experience every matchup live and enjoy home playoff ticket access, plus interest-free monthly payment plans and stadium event pre-sale access, visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Get your Rams season tickets today.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
If I'm Derek Carr, and I want to win a Super Bowl before I'm done.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
How about this? You look at Stafford's record, you look at how Stafford plays and the amount of time that he misses, which is very, very minimal, and you say, hey, look, if you're the Rams and you don't have what you call a viable backup quarterback, why would you not at least knock on the door of Derek Carr? Now you've got a 34-year-old veteran quarterback who started probably a couple hundred games in his career. And now, Ty Simpson, you're our third-string quarterback, and Stetson Bennett, in theory, could be the odd man out. But if backup quarterback is a critical position for the Rams because of Stafford's age and injury history, then getting a real backup quarterback, someone with real experience, might be on the Rams' radar.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey guys, if you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that could last for weeks. Getting sick right before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy can be really stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Packs to treat wide ranges of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook, or you call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your bed sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes, and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Promo code is 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football.
Rams Training Camp on ESPN LA, made possible by Wava Grill. Wava Grill, it's for you.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
And back to Beto and Geeter.
Live from LMU. Getting ready for Rams Training Camp. In about 22 minutes, the squad will be on the field. It is Youth Football Day. The Dominguez Dons are on the field. Matthew Stafford donating $10,000 of equipment to the Dons program. That's great. They're out here. A lot of youth football teams are here right now. Some players working the jugs machine. Beto Duran.
By the way, speaking of the jugs machine, Rampage, no joke, went and just caught.
Did he really?
Probably 10 to 15. I almost tapped you guys, but you guys were talking, and he has hands like I thought the guy, he must have played tight end.
He's working. He's working.
Beautiful hands.
The first of
I'm
8
not
shows
kidding, by the
here.
way. Sounds like I might be joking. I'm not.
Sorry, finish your setup, Beto.
No,
Yeah.
The first of 8 shows, and Rampage better do this every single day. And the big breaking news is that DeMarco Farr, part of DeMarco and Travis, every day, 3 to 6, part of the Rams radio broadcast, he just big-timed all of us.
All of us. Not even. So it's not just me. It's not just you, Geeter. It's not just you, Beto, or you, Janessa.
Wow.
And Bergie, I got to be honest, man.
It was everybody over here. Big time Ben.
Dude.
You know,
this isn't a bit. This isn't a Morales.
It's not a bit. It's not a bit.
This
you
is not a bit
literally
at all.
were standing up clapping, like
I said,
excited
hey,
for him.
look at that. It's a D Farr.
He didn't even look at you.
He didn't look at me, and he just gave a 2 fingers. It gave the peace sign and didn't even look.
Went to K-Dot first and then shook everyone else's hand. Here's like 30 people to our left.
Went around to everybody except for us.
Over.
Yeah, now you're going to walk over here and talk about it.
If you're watching on YouTube, here's what DeMarco did. It just kept on going.
No. You need a headset to be able to come
over here. Come on over here.
Come sit. Defend yourself.
Defend your honor.
Defend yourself.
Wow. He He did the varsity lineman comes up and he sees a freshman football guy. Hey, DeMarco. 2 fingers.
No.
Yeah.
It wasn't even just me.
From a
though.
distance.
It was everybody.
Bergman's like this.
I haven't seen some of these people since the season.
But you walked by us.
But I haven't seen. I saw you last week. I saw you on Friday. I talked to you 3 or 4 times a week.
You hugged Rampage before Bergman.
That's right.
I didn't hug Rampage.
As you were walking
Look,
by.
Rampage knows.
I did not hug Rampage. Yeah, there he is. I should have, though. Yeah, I would have. That's my guy.
But you could have been like, hey, there you guys are. Okay, I'll be there in just 1 second, and then go say hi to everybody. That's fine. But you didn't even acknowledge.
If
There wasn't
you
even
had your high
acknowledgement.
school buddies out here and you went running, I wouldn't say a word.
I'd be
Go
like,
do
what's
your
up?
thing.
You treat us like the freshman
Peter,
team.
I'm glad you're just quiet in this whole thing.
I saw the whole thing go down.
You saw
and
it
was
was
hurtful.
there's nothing going down.
Hear that? Hurtful.
The best part was the cheering. We were so excited. We knew you were going to be here. And the walk by.
Dude, I'm
classic.
talking to Stu, my man. I mean, we share info. That's my guy. So yeah,
So now you're throwing Stu under the bus.
We're talking about
Stu,
stuff.
Good job, Stu. You do a great job.
Thank you. We're talking about stuff.
He says that you're giving out secrets, man. I don't know.
No.
Rams.com. Go check them out. Stu will take care of you.
But I do love this time of year. I do. This is where you make teams. This is where you make jumps. This is where you make a lot of money.
What does it symbolize for you in terms of just the first day of training camp?
Just the beginning. You've been with each other. You've been working out. You've been talking about. You've had meetings.
Yeah.
John McVay has put his message out there, but now you're here. This is step one to get to February, to get to where you want to go. This is what this means. This is everybody coming together. You have to figure out what your team's going to be, but your modus operandi has already been established. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what this means. You know how important the work is on the grass. So what you want to do, come out, get your work in, and get in there and evaluate and move on to day 2. So install day 2. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So all the storylines for the regular season are all going to come out. That's going to be a thing. What is your biggest storyline for this training camp itself?
I told Stu, I said, you're going to find me planted right behind the quarterbacks. And I never do that.
The backup quarterbacks.
Really?
Well, just quarterbacks, period. I'm going to go watch and soak in Ty Simpson.
Okay.
See what's up. Look at Stetson Bennett. I know a lot of people you write guys off because you have these preconceived notions about what a guy is. I can't wait to see what Stetson Bennett is right now. Because that dude could be like,
and they're going to get a
Mayfield
lot.
style. Blank everybody. I'm out here to really show and prove. So I want to see him. I want to see Ty Simpson. I want to see how they're coached. That sort of stuff. That's where I'm going to be today. Usually I'm right down there with the pits. You see the first guy I said hello to was Kevin Dodson.
No, that was you're
Big
supposed
fella.
to. He's got the ears.
And there's different levels to this, right? You even said, there's guys that are vets that have been here a million times. There's guys that are young. There's guys maybe trying to make the team. There's guys hopefully to make money, get an extension. But when you're all looking for one common goal, how do you navigate all
Well, what don't you see out there? ATMs. That's businesses in there.
Yep.
This is football. It's time to compete. So that's the cool thing. That's the thing about being a pro.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have earned the right to still be playing. You have earned the right to still compete every day. That's what drives people. That's what might drive Aaron Donald back here.
There
is
it is.
that desire to compete,
to be a part of something.
Well, that too, but to compete. I want to go out and say, do you think you're better than me?
Let's go.
Let's find out.
Now, how long before a member of the team says, damn it, I'm tired of answering questions about Aaron Donald?
Never.
Or they just,
Really? Is he that
we were
mean?
wondering.
Never.
So nobody will complain. Like,
Heck no.
middle of August, hey, is Aaron Donald? Nothing.
If it's not asked, they may offer. You know what I
So
mean?
he's got that much.
Bring him out.
Yeah.
Bring him out.
They may offer the guy. Absolutely.
So where's he
Yeah.
at?
I have no idea. I mean,
Does he step foot on this field during training camp? Not
I
on,
don't
maybe not to practice, just on the field itself.
that's a big deal, man.
Right, that is a big deal.
You're
That's what I'm
around fighters, guys that
They
retire.
don't want to go to camp.
The smart guys that retire with their money, with their faculties, and they say, I'm done, and they go away for 2 years. When they come back, they're different people. You've been on vacation for 2 years. Bill Cowher left football, who was as diehard a football guy as anybody in the world. Got the TV and said, that seat is really comfortable. I think I want to stay. You know what I mean? That's a big decision to throw all that, to stop all that and come back out here and be a grunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think that because he didn't do that, because he didn't go to TV, he just worked out and he just chilled with his family and was just kind of hanging out, that he's like, I'm still feeling that because he didn't see that seat you're talking about?
Well, to his credit, he married into a football family. She is the daughter of a coach, so she gets it. They understand what the schedule is. They understand this. The football bubble. They do really well inside of it. So If he wanted to step back in it, you got full support.
How important is that? That's a big piece, right?
Huge.
The family supports it.
You know, I was watching Kitchen Nightmares. Gordon Ramsay.
Okay.
Yelling at people.
Yes.
That show never gets old to me. But it was...
You donut.
Even worse. This is the
idiot sandwich.
This is the one where they're trying to save the restaurant and oh my God.
Oh,
but this is back when the Super Bowl was in New Orleans, so they had a bunch of football players rolling through the show. One of them was a guy named Eddie Kennison. Does that ring a bell?
The receiver.
Of course.
First round pick out of LSU.
Yeah.
He in '96 he was our first round pick. This dude could run like the wind. I think he was Pro Bowl punt returner his rookie year. I mean, he was phenomenal.
Yep.
But we could always tell when there was trouble at home, because he was a completely different guy when he showed up. You know what I mean? He's having issues. He just needed a moment, and you can't have a moment away from football. But then when he's playing like gangbusters, everything must be fine at home. That's the thing. So for some people, if that's rotten, you're going to make this bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's super important that you have that sort of support, because you're going to be gone all day. And when you get home, guess what you're doing?
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
I got one more question for you that's not Aaron Donald related, though, because right there, number 88, Jordan Whittington is hanging out right there. He's on the machine right there.
That's the jugs.
Yeah, the jugs machine.
Okay, so just
Burke said he could catch.
Bro,
by the way,
that thing would break your
by the
fingers.
way, Rampage
I
was
said it would
catching.
probably go through and hit me in the
It
face.
would break your fingers first, and then it would just bust you all in the face.
No, but Jordan Whittington, he is on the depth chart as the third wide receiver. Is he
Yes.
good enough to be that third wide
Just
receiver?
take a look. Just look at a
He's on his
professional
knee- okay,
receiver.
so he's on his knees right now.
Yeah, this is why Geeter.
You and I talked on the phone today about him.
We did,
Yeah.
but we had that discussion about I played, you didn't stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, so
we can't do
that's
that. No,
a pro receiver. You see what I mean?
You can do this part.
Can we do? I don't know if we
Anyone that says they can do that drives me nuts. You know how long that takes? That's a lot of skill.
Sure.
And he's the third receiver.
Yeah, on the jugs machine.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Right.
playing receiver at Crespi High School wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
this dude is on his knees right now, pretending to run, and he's catching everything that comes towards him.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
that bucket.
And if you let him loose on special teams, he'll make every tackle. The ones that Dolak won't make. That's a name. Remember that.
Dolak?
Dolak, yeah, number
What number?
56. Zach Thomas, reborn.
Really?
Yeah, he's about
Sean Dolak.
He's about as tall as that camera setup right there. But man, does that dude make every
Out of
play?
Buffalo,
Really?
number
Yeah.
50. Wait, Buffalo.
Yeah, you'll like him.
West Seneca, New York.
You will like him.
Undrafted free agent, number 56. We'll pay
And he's
attention.
got New York to the core.
Oh, he's one of those guys?
He'll look right through you. That sort of dude. Yeah, absolutely.
DeMarco Farr is going to be out here tomorrow, right, for training
Yeah.
camp?
Yes.
All right.
There's the man we're going to be talking to a little bit later, Trent McDuffie, walking onto the field now, too.
Good talk. We'll talk to Trent later on. Rams are walking
Great team,
onto
Trey.
the field. DeMarco, appreciate you as always. Thanks
You
for
got it,
saying
man.
hi.
Good to
thanks
see
for,
you.
Thanks for
Oh,
acknowledging us
stop.
right here.
Bye.
Can we get an autograph?
Can I
Can
get one of these too? Can I get one?
Acknowledge us, DeMarco.
hey, can you get us some merch too while you're at it?
That was awesome.
I always love when our fans come by.
He's a different man when he's on the Rams field.
By the way,
he's
he was
working.
quick.
He's locked
working.
in. He's like, just in his own world.
He's
He
a
didn't care
different
about our
guy.
story at all.
No, didn't want to mess around. He's no
You know
longer
what it is,
fun
too?
DeMarco. I'm Rams DeMarco.
Yeah.
You know what it is too, Berg? Like, he gets into this environment, and he starts to think about
Right.
his days, and it still burns in there. He's
No.
not
Oh,
doing
yeah.
it anymore, but the competitive guy still.
Oh, it's there. No, he turns
alive and well.
He turns. It's like when you go into the Spectrum Studios. You're talking Lakers now.
That's Chris.
Yeah,
Thanks, Chris.
You're Chris.
Appreciate it.
You are no longer Geeter.
There it
Oh,
is.
man.
We are here for Rams training camp, day number 2 for the Rams. They worked out yesterday. Today is their second one, and it's Kids Day here on the campus of LMU. Coming up, more about the Rams and what's going on. We'll let you know who's walking on the field. No, number 99 is not here with you. But coming up, I want to get to the offensive lineman because it's an interesting battle that we're going to have for the Rams on the offensive line side. Beto Duran, Chris McGee, Greg Bergman hanging out with you right here on ESPN LA.
This is the Rams training camp special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA. Getting you ready for kickoff of the season on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams training camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino, the law offices of Jacob Emrani, and Waba Grill.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. Service Titan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan, AI for the trades.
Decisions determine results. So which path do I want to take? Help people in need or stand on the sidelines watching? Worry about how to pay for school or have my education paid for? Push myself and learn new skills or stay the same? My decision is to serve part-time with the Army National Guard, and my results will be life-changing. What will you decide? Go to NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Sponsored by the California Army National Guard. Aired by the California Broadcasters.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Yo, I'm your old basketball. Haven't seen you out on the courts in a while. Why not pass me over to Goodwill? Donating me helps Goodwill's mission to provide career training and support services right here in the community. And that's a slam dunk. Donate today. Hey, I got next.
To find your nearest Goodwill locations and to learn more about our mission, please visit goodwill.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
And it is a Sunday special live from Rams training camp. On your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. This is a Rams training camp special.
The moment has arrived. Our LA Rams are back on the field at LMU for another summer of Rams training camp.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Good operation, in and out, good splits. Let's go.
Our LA Rams are back on the field at LMU for another summer of Rams training camp.
From the MVP looking to lead his team back to hoisting a Lombardi trophy in February at SoFi.
Flat, it's caught. It's another touchdown. Go off. The Rams are back on top.
To a player already legendary on the defensive side of the ball.
Hi, this is Myles Garrett of your LA Rams.
Looking for something more this season by joining an organization that is best in class.
The home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
We get you ready for the 2026 season with a Rams training camp special. Beto Duran and Chris McGee bring you all the sights and sounds of camp.
Oh, don't do it. That's where you got that good demeanor. We'll mix in those things.
With special guests.
And talking Rams football as we get close to kickoff on your home of Rams football.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of the LA Rams. The Rams play here.
Rams training camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino.
The law offices of Jacob Emrani.
And Waba Grill.
This is the Rams training camp special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
Now live from Sullivan Field at LMU.
Here is Beto Duran and Geeter.
Quinn Lake just came by.
Man, our credit would have gone so far up if the YouTube would have seen that.
Oh, it was so much.
He came over to us happier than DeMarco.
Yes.
Right.
He acknowledged us.
So that's the thing. Like, he actually came
sought
over
us.
to say hi to us.
Oh, man.
That's what people do when they're from UCLA.
Yeah.
When they go to UCLA, they have manners.
Yeah. Q Lake was walking by, and he looked at us, and we're the only ones doing a broadcast right now. There's TV set up next to it, but not today. And he looked out like, hey, Q Lake came. dapped us all up.
Yep.
You got it on social media, right, Lance? Okay, we got it.
Did you?
Make sure you tag us.
Lance. Well
right?
done, Lance.
But he's wearing his spikes, but then he converted them to make it look like Converse. Gold Converse right there. Smooth right there. Like, that's the way to do it. We're here on the campus of LMU, day number 2 of Rams training camp, and now we feel the energy. We've been here since 3 o'clock. Thanks to everybody hanging out with us on YouTube. We know it's a Sunday. You're probably driving around right now. Hey, you might be studying if you're at summer school or whatever. You're going for the MCAT, the LSAT, whatever. But it's football season, and you're probably studying your fantasy football, right? Come on now. When's your draft coming up?
Oh, I got a lot of them coming up, but my first one will be like August 28th.
I got Labor Day. You, Berg?
I need to get into a league. You got
You're
a league
not
for
in?
me? No, I need a league.
Oh, you don't have one of those old Valley guys? League
No,
guys
I got rid of all those, and I was
No
in the Circle
ESPN
of Trust
league?
League.
'Cause I'd love
the
to
last
come in
2
and win
years.
that.
I
There's
won
no
it last
ESPN
year, and then I left it.
Oh, my bad.
Come on.
I win and leave. I don't need to be a part of that anymore.
You commoners, no challenge for me.
If we have a good commissioner
that.
at
They
ESPN,
they were them. Like I was like, all right, I need to leave this. This is enough for me.
Yeah.
But by the way, look at what's going on with Terrence Ferguson right there, and number 18. They're pulling on him, and he's still trying to get through it. Like they have a towel wrapped around his arm so that he's restricted, and he's still catching these passes.
Attention to details, the little things that they work out on here right now. So it's a kids' day. So a lot of kids are going to be out here for tomorrow. Tomorrow is when the fans can come and check it out. You can go get your tickets at Rams' social media account or their website, check it out, whatever you need. But, Geet, every single time a lineman walks by, they look bigger and bigger than the other guy. And the linemen are going to be very interesting for the Rams this year on the offensive side. We mentioned Steve Avila earlier, great pick that they had out of TCU. But, of course, there's going to be some question marks because of what's going to happen with that left tackle. The reason I'm bringing up fantasy is because Matthew Stafford is going to be one of the first picks you're going to get. The numbers he puts up are always fantastic, but you got to make sure somebody's blocking you. And Alaric Jackson, the left tackle, is running into some trouble. And we don't know if he's going to be suspended or if he is suspended for how many games. And that's the question mark with what's going to happen. And, Berg, you sent him some notes this morning, and it's like, yeah, you have the right tackle with the right guard, but that left tackle, that's going to be a question. And if it happens early on in the season, this is where DeMarco was talking about people can win a job or an opportunity to get to play.
Yeah, so there's guys behind him. Sorry about that, Guy, but like Alaric Jackson's a big deal. Like that's your left tackle. That's probably the most important position on the O-line. And if you move or lose him for 2 to 4 to 6 games,
we don't know.
That who knows what's going to go on there? Probably Warren. Probably who's going to go behind him? There's going to be David Quesenberry.
Yep.
And that's a steep little drop off. Now to your point, he can step up and he can and fill into that role pretty well and really gain a spot. But at the same time, that's a steep drop off. No Alaric Jackson means it's a huge deal. So if you depending on how many games he misses, that could really affect the full season.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like is it patchwork where it's only a game or two, or if you're thinking longer term, then
start moving people
that's
on the
maybe
line, and that's dangerous.
You had the rookie you were talking about, Keegan Trost. So.
Yeah, Keegan Trost is a rookie,
but he's on the right side.
Third round pick. But he played right tackle in college. I guess it sounds like they might be moving him over. Keegan Trost, you're going to be wearing number 79, 6'4", 315 out of Missouri. That's the situation. But then you're looking over on the right side. You're not going to move one of your right guards or right tackle over. And that's where, if you did have any kind of concerns with the Rams coming to the training camp, that's where it's at, is the offensive line, if Jackson is out for an extended time.
And Quesenberry is a guy that is a veteran and knows the system and a guy that they believe in and that they have for this reason. But, yeah, it makes you a little bit thinner. If they lose him. Right,
and it's, at the same time, like, Quesenberry can play on the left side. Yeah. The difference between the right side and the left side, and I think this would be great for JB to ask him when he comes over here, it is a difference. Playing on different sides is a very different situation. So, putting a rookie onto the left side for the Keegan Trost that you're talking about, that seems really, really dangerous, and especially at such a big position as left tackle. I would rather have the veteran guy that has been in a McVay system for at least a year, was here last year, can fill in and be like, all right, I've done this before. That's something because he had to do it the first 2 games, right?
In a lot of this, guys, like you talk to anybody. This team is absolutely loaded, and the expectations are there.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is protecting Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, right.
He's a 38-year-old future Hall of Famer.
He is the Hall of Famer. He is the MVP, and they know that he is the guy that's going to take you to the Super Bowl. He is priority number 1.
Yeah, Warren McClendon, your right tackle, that was a good pickup for them, and he had a big season last year replacing Rob Havenstein. And with McClendon, he started 13 games last season, but his best value was that pass protection. And this goes back. I know it sounds I'm kissing up to the front office, but I'm not, because they find dudes like this that step up big for him.
Right.
Hey, listen, if it's a question for us, then they are having it internally as well, and they have plan A, B, and C, and hopefully that development has been going on through the summer.
So that's why I really want to talk to JB about it, because who are those backups for that left tackle spot? It's not, you can't just throw somebody into that left tackle.
No, they got to be. I would love to hear his rankings in terms of what he thinks happens if this goes down.
Right. You mentioned Warren McClendon. Is that something where you switch him from the right to the left? I know it's not the easiest thing, but at the same time, he did play so well and grabbed a hold of that right tackle spot. So if you can see him in that left tackle, I don't know. It's going to be figuring out that the most important person needs to be in that spot, in the left tackle.
And I'm curious, Bird, because that is something that I would only consider if it was long term.
Right.
Maybe putting your best guy over there.
I hear you.
Short term, back and forth. Short term is not something you want to keep moving a guy around.
And, of course, that right guard, number 69, Kevin Dotson.
He's a big dude.
Big dude, and he dyed his hair. Looks like the Rams helmet. DeMarco was talking about him, but he's easily the best lineman that you have on that roster, because with or without him on the team, you saw the difference of what was going on with them, because when they're running the ball well, it's Dotson that's leading the way, right? You have him with McClendon, it's like, damn. Again, an embarrassment of riches, but that left tackle spot is definitely going to be some questions. Coming up next, we're going to talk to the voice of the Rams, J.B. Long. He's going to be joining us. J.B. is standing off to our side. We're live from LMU, day 2 of Rams training camp, the first of 8 shows that ESPN LA is going to put on for you. We're also live on the ESPN Los Angeles YouTube page. Follow us on social media. All kinds of good stuff going on here. Beto Duran, Chris McGee, Greg Berman with you on ESPN LA.
This is the Rams training camp special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA. Getting you ready for kickoff of the season on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams training camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino, the law offices of Jacob Emrani, and Waba Grill.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield, and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Coming up Monday morning at 7 a.m. on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Well, is there still fallout? LeBron James going to Philly. I guess we'll talk about it. Plus, what did Cappy get into over the weekend? And Beto Duran, the Cisco Kid, will be joining us fresh off his day Sunday with Geeter at Rams training camp. That nasty boy Geeter. Plus, Gregory Arthur Bergman on the Dodgers, producer Lindsay Baseball, producer Jorge, and you. Summer of Schwanz keeps rolling on.
The Summer of Schwanz.
Monday morning, 7 a.m. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show to wake up L.A., Jack. We'll see you Monday morning at 7 a.m.
Oh. LeBron has made his decision.
LeBron James is signing with the Philadelphia 76ers.
The King is heading to Philly.
My first reaction is, I'm shocked.
And your place to react is on ESPN LA. From what it means for the Lakers.
So, LeBron, 2 years, $8 million. Couldn't you have done that in LA? What are you doing here?
To whether Philly is now the team to beat.
I can see the basketball fit there. They have a lot of talent there, but it's still quite shocking, honestly.
Every take, every opinion, right here on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hi, it's Ramona Shelburne. Right now, lease a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SE for just $299 a month. Comes with owner's insurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Take it from me. With next-level customer service and incredible dealer incentives, your next Hyundai is waiting for you at Hyundai of Glendale. Call 818-222-8000 or check them out at HyundaiofGlendale.net.
$299 per month plus tax. Close annual lease for 24 months. $47.49 total due at signing plus government fees and taxes. Unapproved above average credit through HMF. Zero security deposit. 7,500 miles per year. 20 cents per access miles. Expires 7/31/26.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football.
ESPN LA's coverage and content of the LA Rams Training Camp is presented in part by the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, proud to be the legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Big hits belong on the football field, not on the freeway. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob, 1-800-345-6789.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
And back to Beto and Geeter.
Rams on the field right now, stretching, getting ready for day number 2 of a training camp. And we're joined by a special guest, the voice of the LA Rams on radio, entering his 11th season as voice of the Rams. I used to be a spotter, which means I used to stand right next to him for 2 seasons. JB Long. Time flies, JB, when you're having fun.
It's an anniversary of sorts for us, isn't it? Happy anniversary, Beto.
Oh, my Happy man.
Anniversary. Let's keep doing it. Here's to the next 10, okay?
How much fun is it being in the booth and just watching this team on a Sunday?
Well, it's fun for all the reasons. Just like I said to you, I've now been friends and colleagues with DeMarco Farr and Maurice Jones-Drew for a decade. My son was a newborn when we first, came to Rams camp, and now he's a rising 5th grader. So like we've all been saying, it flies, but it's a privilege. And the great thing about working for the Los Angeles Rams is their relentless pursuit of great. Like, they just love to do cool stuff, whether it's having camp in Maui or trading for Trent and Miles. Like, they are all in this season and have been for a decade that I've had the privilege of being alongside them.
JB, you've been here the whole time. I don't want to compare it to the 21-22 yet, because those guys walked away with the Lombardi Trophy.
Sure.
But the excitement level with this team, where's it at for you?
You know, what I remember about 21, certainly the quarterback change being the headliner. They were signaling what they thought they had and could be. But I don't know that they were as separated as favorites the way that they are right now. And with the looming potential to bring in the greatest defensive player of all time to add to what is already, I think, an elite defense is really something. And I'm counting down the days, as I think a lot of Rams fans are. But I also know that hardly anyone can recall who the favorite was this time last year. And the fact that the two teams who played for the Lombardi Trophy in Santa Clara last year did, I think, is a testament to the fact that championships are certainly not won here on the first day of stretching and calisthenics, but all the Rams can do through the end of July is build the best roster with the most insurance and depth possible. Because if this group gets into the dance in January, I firmly believe they will be playing at SoFi in February.
Yeah, me too. But so you mentioned number 99, Aaron Donald, but somebody you just came in here is Myles Garrett. With all of this talk about Aaron Donald, we just kind of forgot about probably the best defensive player on the field out there that is now a Los Angeles Ram. So, what are you expecting to see out of Myles Garrett just in training camp on the season itself?
Yeah, a couple of things on that. I mean, he is either the best defensive player of his generation or he's 1B to the other, who we just spoke of. Wow. So, Aaron can determine whether or not they're still in the same generation for himself, I guess, based on whether or not he wants to strap it up and go again. But the first thing I wanted to see today, and they're not in pads, they were not even in helmets during walkthrough, it's just what it looks like and feels like when someone with his size and his quickness lines up over left tackle. And I've seen quick, I've seen strong, I've seen large. I don't think I've ever seen the unique combination that he brings. I know how much of a nightmare he is to prepare for because I watched our team do it a couple of years ago. The fact that opposing offenses will hopefully have to do it 20, 21 times this year is a real privilege, and it's also why they had to pay such a high price to acquire his services at age 30.
You heard the horn, and the stretching is done. They're about to go into individuals. JB Long, the Rams radio voice, but also, JB, you're watching this Rams team. How do you prepare as a play-by-play voice? Because Matthew Stafford's going to be the quarterback, but when you're out here in training camp, what are you looking for?
Yeah, I mean, I've got my roster here. I got my 90-man, and I'm doing the homework, and I'm learning the names and the pronunciations and number checking everyone because, as we know, with the Los Angeles Rams, the team that we're going to see play the 3-game preseason schedule is much different than the one. It's like preparing for two different teams, right? In the background, you're kind of looking towards San Francisco and Melbourne, and in the intermediate time, you're saying, well, I know what it took to win that championship that you referenced, Geeter, in 21, and I think it took 70-some players who donned a helmet at some point during that season, including calling down to San Diego and getting Eric Weddle back on the field, right?
That's
so
right.
whether you're here or not, whether you make the team or not, chances are multiple men from outside this group that we're currently scouting and evaluating will ultimately contribute to what we hope will be a dream season.
JB, we've talked so much about just how stacked this team is, the expectations, how excited we are. But before you joined us, we were also talking about question marks, special teams. They went out and they fixed that with coaching and long snapper and all that stuff. We hope so, right? And then there was the question of depth on the offensive line. We don't know what's going to happen with Eric Jackson. What are you seeing as guys that can kind of fill roles?
Well, there are 32 teams right now that wish they had more offensive line depth. In the constrained environment that they do. To have all 5 starters back is the luxury. That's the good news. Knowing how fragile that ecosystem is and what happens if it deteriorates with a 38-year-old quarterback, that's always the danger and the drawback. They do have, I think, a good amount of backups who have played meaningful roles, who have been thrust into important situations. Bo Limmer is one. Dedich is another. They just drafted a rookie in Trost who I think can be part of that 10-man unit when they break camp and go to Australia in week 1. But we saw what it looks like last year when you're missing just one piece. I mean, go back to Monday Night Football in Atlanta. When you don't have a left tackle against this league, all of a sudden your MVP is in a world of hurt, and you take a loss that no one expected you to take. So I'm not oblivious to that reality that as good as it looks right here, again, for all the reasons, so much is beyond their control as to whether or not they get to that final circle.
So you can see on our YouTube right now, if you're watching, that you're actually showing some of the practice that's going on around there. And we're in the first day of Rams training camp for us that we're here for.
Thank you guys for being here, by the way, and for doing all this.
We love being here.
There's 7 more, JB. Get ready.
We're going to be here for quite some time. You're going to be coming on every single time, most likely. But what is the biggest thing that you're watching in camp right now? What's the biggest storyline for you?
So just to call back to this moment last year, Matthew Stafford is now the reigning MVP, but he did not put a helmet on or take a single snap on this field last year. As improbable as that is, and he is, you're right, not here today, not going to do that today. I don't think he just just play golf for 2 weeks. Like, I think he will have a plan and a pattern and a rhythm, but I think one of the learnings from last year, two of them I would say, is one, keeping Matthew fresh, both physically and mentally, is and should be the priority. And 2, credit to Jimmy Garoppolo, who ran this camp last year and got, the 2 deep essentially ready for the season that was, even without Matthew Stafford. Jimmy G, as you know, is not here, and so that takes us right to the backup quarterbacks. My first learning today is that Stetson Bennett has some lip lettuce, coming into 2020.
Oh, got a little something.
He has a new mustache and maybe a new disposition, so that might be something to watch. And then that's
training camp info right there.
Yeah, the highest pick of the Sean McVay era, entering his 10th season now, is Ty Simpson, and this is his first day of an NFL training camp, and he's battling to be Stafford's backup.
What's interesting, JB, is we asked DeMarco kind of what he would be doing, and he said, I'll be honest, I'm going to be in the quarterback's back pocket. I want to see. Are you feeling the same way?
I mean, I just think it's such a huge story. Both here with Stafford, because though he was able to go the distance last year, in recent years he has missed significant time, and it's impacted the Rams' fortunes. And even you look around the league, it's pretty rare, even with the rule changes and the way they've accommodated offenses and especially quarterbacks and protected them, for a QB1 to get through 17 games in the playoffs. And that's the utmost priority. It's going to correlate with winning more than anything else. But without Jimmy Garoppolo, the Rams need to have a backup quarterback who, if Stafford misses time, can take a series or a quarter or a game or a month if necessary and make sure that the rest of this championship roster doesn't suffer if Stafford misses a moment.
Such a great point, because you look at the Broncos last year, it can happen any time.
Right.
AFC Championship game, all of a sudden you're throwing in a guy who...
Yeah, you didn't expect that, right?
You didn't expect there.
So one of the guys that we were going to talk to a little bit later, and we're going to talk to everybody at camp at some point on those 8 days that we're here. Today, we're talking to Trent McDuffie.
Super cool.
Who's going to be amazing. That really fixes a huge deficiency that was on this Rams team last year, was the secondary. So from what I was looking at, he's only had 3 career interceptions, but interceptions in that position is not the most important thing.
Sure.
What are you expecting out of McDuffie?
So another component to loving this organization and working for them is the way they attack weaknesses, the way that they are candid with themselves in their after-action review and say, what kept us from holding the Lombardi Trophy last year? The kicking game. I think of their half-dozen losses, the kicking game played a role in almost all of them. They went and attacked that in so many dimensions. Same thing with their secondary. little did we know that behind the scenes they were working to acquire Myles Garrett. And so now that you see that they don't just have Watson and McDuffie, who I think bring more man coverage ability, great tackling ability. But when you see Myles Garrett lined up over your left tackle, you're going to want to get that ball rid of that ball as soon as you can.
Yeah, ASAP.
And you've brought in someone like Trent, who's a captain-level character, but he tackles everything in sight. And he can play outside. He can play inside. He's physical for his size. And so when you have opposing quarterbacks looking to ditch it, he's going to take away those options, or he's going to tackle it right there and put you in third down. And guess what? Then the hunters come out.
JB Long, the voice of the LA Rams on radio, Rams Radio Network. We're on the campus of LMU, day 2 of training camp. Beto Duran, Chris McGee, and Greg Bergman. Now, you two, Geeter and JB, have a unique bond.
We do.
Yes, you do. You two were guests on my old podcast, Living the Dream.
Nice. Oh, yeah. That's.
I was wondering where
Shame on me
I was
for not
guest
having
number
that
1,
top
by the
of
way,
mind.
Jimmy, I believe.
Geeter was the first guest.
It. I was like,
then,
really?
Yeah, you were the first guest.
The first?
Yeah.
Let's shoot higher.
This is like 10 years ago. We didn't even know what podcasts we really could be doing. And then JB came on, I think, your first season with the Rams. And the best part about that was I gave you guys beer, right? The gear was.
That's right.
Yeah, I gave my guests
the only
a beer.
podcast.
By the way,
that's ever had fermentation.
They were IPA. I was sponsored by an IPA, so they would bring them out there. But if you have a chance to find the JB, well, somewhere out there. But JB, your story is fantastic because you chased your dream after graduating from Notre Dame. You were working in finance and said, "This isn't for me. I want to be a broadcaster." That journey to where you're at. Did you expect to be in the NFL?
Well, thank you for the revisionist history. Truth be told, I kind of flunked out of finance or was shown the door and had to go figure something else out. And thank goodness I haven't had to work a day in my life.
10 years later, you can change the story.
A couple of bankers in Chicago knew me better than I knew.
Don't worry, I'm going to say you were on Wall Street and you left.
But no, I mean, so many of my peers have aspired to this, since they were kids in their living room watching the Dodgers or whatever team they chose. And I had a component of that, but look, I've told you, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, I'm still not qualified for this job. I still don't believe that I believe all the great privileges and blessings that I've been given in this line of work, and I'll be quiet so that you can watch Myles Garrett, the specimen that he is.
See, that's why he's great at play-by-play. He knows when to lay out.
He's a legit specimen. Look at this man. Like, turn a camera around to him. Hey, Lance, get some Myles Garrett info right there. Just follow
zoom out.
Myles. Yeah, zoom out because he's going to take up the whole screen. Dude is massive.
So he's like Aaron in that he can beat the snap back to the quarterback. He is that quick. His get-off is sensational. But there's not too many. I mean, in your world, you see people built a little bit like
aura
that.
Too, just even walking by.
Yeah, I mean, he can man up against most left tackles in the league and not give much away in terms of size or stature.
JB, you're going to be busy this season also because you have the Rams, but you also have a fantastic TNT program.
Yeah, it's college football has always been a part of my life, and I love being able to pair Saturdays with TNT and in the Big 12 to wherever the Rams are. It's great when the Rams are highly regarded because it means a lot of off-Sunday games, giving me a little bit more time to get from wherever college games is on Saturday to Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football or Thursday Night Football or whatever the case might be. But, look, 7 primetime games for these guys, a chance to earn a few more. I cannot wait for SoFi Stadium to shine again the way that it has throughout the summer with the World Cup. And I think an undercurrent was the home field advantage that the Rams finally really, truly leaned into and enjoyed last year. They've had some great home success. And with, I think, the best home schedule I've ever seen in my 10 years coming to SoFi, they're going to have to combat the Cowboys and the Packers and on down the list because it's a special place, and the chance to see this team is worth the price of admission. So here's just some side Garrett to go leverage to his advantage.
JB Long, the voice of the Rams. Appreciate you hanging out with us. JB, always smooth, man. Always smooth. You don't age. This guy.
Tell the wife and kids what you'll see him on Monday, Tuesdays, or what?
Veteran move over the years. I've learned that my first week at training camp is often their last week of summer. So they were just shipped off to my parents' house. They're going to grandparent camp for a week before we reset for back to school.
Appreciate you, JB. As always, thanks for hanging out with us. Coming up next, we're going to talk more about what the Rams are doing. And you mentioned that schedule. We're going to get into that schedule a little bit. Some of the games I'm really looking forward to. Obviously, they're going to kick it off in Australia, but more about the Rams. What's going on? Is there now?
Beto, I need a spotter for Australia, by the way. I forgot to mention.
I'm down.
What are you doing on Thursday?
I will fight you for that.
I'm there.
Okay, great.
I'm there.
You got to pay for yourself, though.
I don't care. I will get a one-way ticket. And
24 hours.
And if DeMarco acknowledges me, maybe I'll even talk to him. ESPN LA.
This is the Rams training camp special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA. Getting you ready for kickoff of the season on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams training camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino, the law offices of Jacob Emrani, and Wava Grill.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Here in Los Angeles, our city water is loaded with chlorine and chemicals. That's why I got LifeSource Whole House Water System. It cleans and conditions water from every tap for healthier water with no salt and no regular maintenance. No more harsh, skin-irritating city water. Upgrade your water and your life with LifeSource. I did, and I'm never going back. LifeSource has been doing it for decades. Read the reviews. Call the LifeSource California factory today at 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource Water, it's not just better, it's essential. LifeSource, taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Mama, what does the chicken say?
Chicken. Oh, okay.
When the wolf?
Oh, a wolf.
Ooh! What about the tiny dog? Cat. Owl. Dolphin? What does the turkey say? Whale.
Yeah, whale sound.
Do the giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Okay. Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football.
Rams Training Camp on ESPN LA, made possible by Wava Grill. Wava Grill, it's for you.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
And back to Beto and Geeter.
Actually, we should. That'd be a good insight behind it. Live from Rams training camp at the campus of LMU. Just spoke with JB Long, Rams radio voice. We were talking off the air about Melbourne, Australia, how Rams fans are going out there. He's getting ticket requests out there in Australia. That's what happens when you're the Super Bowl champs. And Myles Garrett walked by us, Berg, and you and I, this is how long we've been working together. We've been friends longer than we've worked together.
Right.
But we thought the same exact thing. Myles Garrett walked by, and I thought he had pads on. And you said he didn't?
No pads on. He looks like dudes look like when they wear shoulder pads. He's so big, Geeter.
Aura. I thought he had like that half shell. The one underneath. The one that goes underneath the pads.
There was nothing. It was just a tank top. The guy is massive.
Dude.
Trust me, for those of you listening maybe in your car, it looks different.
Yeah.
When he walks by.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to everybody else on the field.
And here's the thing, though. We have been around athletes our entire professional career, and we've seen monsters. Heck, Yao Ming and Shaq, right? NFL guys are all big, but there's certain dudes who are massive but just chiseled. Like Aaron Donald, just massive chisel, but he was 6 foot, right? So you didn't. Garrett has something that few NFL guys, which is that aura presence at wide. The first time I've seen him on a football field. Again, at a Laker game, it's different because he's hanging out. He's a civilian. Football field, it was like, yeah, That's me right here.
Yeah, I own this field, and the entire crowd that's here. It's pretty big out there back there right now, too. And they went nuts. As soon as you started walking in, no pads, no nothing. You just was walking up, and the place went nuts.
It's a really cool vibe here at LMU.
It is. And it is Kids Day today, dedicated Youth Football Day. So about 2,000 youth football participants are here as guests of the Rams. Starting tomorrow, that's when fans can come out there. Of course, get your tickets to training camp. Go to the Rams socials. Go to the Rams website for details about that. 8 shows that ESPN Los Angeles is going to be doing here on the campus of LMU. And we started talking about this a little bit. You know, the opening night or day, evening, whatever it is going to be in Australia, September 10th is the date. But then that Monday night football
My birthday.
Oh, is it? Monday Night Football?
No, Thursday, September 10th.
Oh, September 10th is your birthday? Oh, let's go.
Oh, you're a Virgo like me.
Yeah, come on, Bert.
September 1st, baby.
Oh,
Come on, baby.
So you know what that means? You're working September 10th now.
Hey.
They find a way to get you. But
I'm okay
JB
with
mentioned how the Rams, their fan base gets bigger and bigger, and there's less visiting fans at SoFi. And again, in LA, you're always going to have the visiting fans. There's going to have the Niner fans, you got the Cowboy fans, because it's a generation that was lost, and also a lot of transplants that are here. But JB got into it about who's coming, and I'm looking up the schedule right now. And then I know we're not doing old school radio like schedule talk, but I'm talking about just the highlights here. The Bills Mafia on Monday night at SoFi? Come on now.
Listen, Beto, you don't have to even say old school radio. This schedule is the second toughest in the league.
Yep.
First 5 games, 4 are basically playoff teams.
Yep.
4 out of 5 are primetime games, right? You're going in Melbourne against the Niners, and then you have the Giants at Monday Night Football, and then you're going on the road against the Broncos, who are in the AFC Championship game.
Sunday night game.
At Eagles, who were Super Bowl champs the year before, and then you come home and play the Bills. Then games 6 through 10, you get a little more in the Pacific time zone for 4 out of those 5 games, and it seems to ease up a little bit. Cardinals twice, they got Berg's Raiders, we got Chargers, and we got at Commanders, right? And then it's a gauntlet to finish those 7. And a lot of the holiday games, Christmas, Thanksgiving Eve, play Seattle twice. Like, this schedule is real. If you have not looked at it yet, please log on and check it out. It is absolutely jam-packed.
The Week 11 bye cannot come soon enough.
I know.
They're going to get a lot of miles going on. And even leading up to the bye in November, early November, they're at Washington. Look, the cross-country flight, I don't care if you're flying charter, if you're flying, it's still a tough flight cross-country, the time zone, the change, all that. And then, you're going to get Arizona. But he mentioned the Packers, JB did. It's a Wednesday night.
And it's also the uniforms.
The uniforms, but just
Wednesday night. Right,
you're coming off the bye week to help some. But Berg, a Wednesday, how do you do the programming for this on a Wednesday?
On
Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah, man, it's going to be tough, but we're going to have to do it. Where it's a 5 o'clock game, so then we're going to go. Pregame will start at 3 o'clock, which means the Mason and I only go 12 to 3.
Okay.
Right into Rams pregame with Travis and Sua.
I'm glad you're here, Berg.
Can I say something to Adam Silver real quick if he's listening, because I know he's a huge fan of our show? Do not schedule the Lakers on that day.
Oh, yeah, that would be mean.
I want to be watching.
Sailing down.
I want to be at that game. I want to be there watching.
What if that game
Which game?
is Philadelphia at the Lakers?
They got to be smarter than that.
I mean, they should do it on Christmas, but I don't think they're going to.
I think it'll be Christmas also, but
the Rams are playing on Christmas.
Thanksgiving Eve is such a great night. Such a great night.
That's the night to go out.
That's the night to go.
And imagine Rams game.
It's amateur night. We're all about that. But that's right. They have the Christmas game.
Christmas game also.
Berg, you're the boss here. Programming boss. Audio operations.
Seattle.
You're going to have a Laker game and a Rams game?
I mean, if I had control of the schedule, maybe we could do it. But if that, we have to figure it out. And that game most likely would be a Rams game on 710. If there was a Rams and Lakers game, I would assume that's Rams on 710.
Oh, so
I bet they work around that. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers were the 3 o'clock game or maybe the 12:30.
Yeah, they'll probably be. They're not going to be the primetime game this year, unless it's Philadelphia.
Yeah.
If it's Philadelphia, then we're in trouble right there, because they're going to play. The Lakers will play on Christmas. The Rams are playing on Christmas. Yeah. There's going to be some overlap there.
Yeah. In other words, everybody behind the scenes, get ready to work. Will, back in the studio, you're working every
right, you're doing everything, Will.
Is that wild? Like, Seahawks are week 16 and 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's anything like last year, this is going to determine home field. I mean, obviously, there's a long way to go. We're looking way ahead. And honestly, though, too, when you guys talk
I'm
about
not looking ahead. You know why? Because that's going to be a playoff implication for the other teams.
But honestly, like, it's true. But when you look at expectations for this team, you'd be remiss to not mention the schedule, because it is brutal. And navigating that is going to be everything.
Yeah, the way that you put it, too, is the right way to put it. Those first 5 games, 4 of the 5 games are ridiculoly hard. And then the middle is a little bit softer with the Cardinals and the Raiders. But then it's all, again, so tough. Going what do you expect? Probably like a 13-4, 12-5. That's what people expect.
Yeah.
But with that,
I asked Emily and Cappy the other night, would you sign up for 7-3 through 10? 3-2 in those first
3-2.
In the first 5, would you take it? Would you then go 4-1? Could you pull that off? And would you take 7-3 going into your bye week? Right.
I think you would be ecstatic being 7-3 going into the bye week. Now, you might not be at the top of the division depending on what the Seahawks do, or even the Niners. Did you lose to the Niners in week 1?
That's
like all those conversations, because you could at 7-3, you could be sitting in third with what this division looks like.
So Stan Kroenke, the owner of the Rams, is here at practice, and Myles Garrett just walked by him. Kroenke is with his crew, and they're having a conversation. Garrett walked by. They all turned and looked at Myles Garrett.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Like, when the owner is like, oh, okay, this is what we got here? This is what we have right now. Look, 30 other players went right back Kroenke. Nothing, right? Garrett,
But imagine Garrett and Donald on the line at the exact same time. Who do you guard? I understand Donald's 35, but Donald was always double and triple teamed. Garrett's always been double and triple teamed. This is going to leave Poona Ford and Byron Young just wide open to do whatever they want.
It's so funny. We didn't even bring it up to JB, and he went to it first. Like, imagine adding the greatest defensive player of all time to this team already that is stacked and loaded and has arguably the best of his generation. So it's, probably the 1B to the 1A. It's pretty incredible when you think about it. I think that's why we're all getting excited about it. It's fun to talk about until we know, what's happening.
But there's also an energy right now. Again, we got here about 2 o'clock in the parking lot. It was kind of quiet, waking up. And then for the first hour, nobody's here, just us. And now you feel the energy at LMU. Now you're seeing the players go up against each other. They're doing individual drills. Mind you, they don't have the pads on yet. They're not until later. But they're getting ready for their first preseason game, which will be August 15th. Today, day number 2 of training camp. Coming up, more from Rams training camp on the campus of LMU. Beto Duran, Chris McGee, and Greg Bergman with you on ESPN LA.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA. Getting you ready for kickoff of the season on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams Training Camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino, the law offices of Jacob Emrani, and Waba Grill.
Introducing Wrangler Tough Light Jeans. The cowboy cuts you know and love. Now up to 20% lighter. Because lighter isn't a compromise. It's a better way to wear denim. Stay cool. Move with ease. Keep doing what you do. The durability you expect from Wrangler without the extra weight. Wrangler Tough Light. Tough jeans just got lighter.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
If I'm Derek Carr, and I want to win a Super Bowl before I'm done.
Weekday starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
How about this? You look at Stafford's record, you look at how Stafford plays and the amount of time that he misses, which is very, very minimal, and you say, hey, look, if you're the Rams and you don't have what you call a viable backup quarterback, why would you not at least knock on the door of Derek Carr? Now you've got a 34-year-old veteran quarterback who's started probably a couple hundred games in his career. And now, Ty Simpson, you're our third-string quarterback, and Stetson Bennett, in theory, could be the odd man out. But if backup quarterback is a critical position for the Rams because of Stafford's age and injury history, then getting a real backup quarterback, someone with real experience, might be on the Rams' radar.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekday starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, your Rams have reloaded, and they're ready to kick off their 2026 campaign. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year Myles Garrett joins reigning MVP Matthew Stafford to lead the Rams into massive matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, Packers, and more. To experience every matchup live and enjoy home playoff ticket access, plus interest-free monthly payment plans and stadium event presale access, visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Get your Rams season tickets today.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football.
ESPN LA's coverage and content of the LA Rams Training Camp is presented in part by Pechanga Resort Casino. Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
And back to Beto and Geeter.
Live from LMU, Rams training camp is underway. Always the last weekend of July. I know school starts in a couple weeks for some of the school districts around Southern California. But this is the part where, okay, it's still the summer, right? It's still going to be hot. We know it's going to be sizzling in September. But this is where, all right, baseball all-star game's done. What's going on? It's kind of that dead period. I know that people say the dead period, but whatever. But now that football's here, you can feel it, right? Training camps are opening up. Of course, ESPN on TV, they're breaking down the fifth receiver for the Cowboys. Good for them. But we're breaking down the Rams right now because you're looking at the Rams, and we saw him a lot at Laker games this year. I'm going to get going with the receivers right now. Puka Nacua, and we talked about a little bit earlier in the show, went to rehab, and then we didn't hear anything about him. The Rams, what was your term, Greg? They don't do
noise.
They don't do noise.
Perfectly said.
The only time I saw Puka this summer was at the Rock's movie Moana, and he was on the red carpet premiere, and that was it. And you didn't hear anything about it after that. Great job by the Rams and their PR department, and Puka's team also, to keep him out of the noise, to keep him out of the limelight. I haven't seen him out here.
He's right there.
Perfect timing.
Right next to Davante Adams.
Oh, that's exactly where I wanted to go to this.
I think he's going to have a monster year.
I think they both are.
So yesterday, Davante Adams was asked about the trade rumors that happened in the offseason about potentially being moved, and he handled it like a pro. Back to your point, Greg. They don't do noise. What did Davante say? I understood it's a business. If you have a chance to upgrade, I understand it's a business. When you've gone last year on this same set, Davante said it was a dark time when he was with the Raiders.
Yeah, he didn't like that. He didn't like that we had that. Hey, he wasn't a big fan of that one.
But he was with the Raiders. It was a dark time. But he understood what the Rams bring to him. They understood what the Rams, one game away from the Super Bowl. And if a team is possibly thinking about trading you, and for you to understand that it's just business, that shows the professionalism and how good it is here, Geet.
Yeah, I mean, listen, for me, Davante Adams and Puka, these are your two cornerstone guys. Like, these are the guys that are your franchise receivers, and it's rare to have two absolute superstars in that position. Very few teams in the league, Berg, have that. And then the question becomes, who's that number 3 going to be? Who will emerge? I mean, a lot of people thought maybe Mekhi Lemon would get drafted with that pick. There was a couple other receivers that people thought the Rams were targeting, but they went with Ty Simpson. So that means who's gonna jump into that role? Is it going to be Jordan Whittington? Is it going to be Mumfield? I mean, there's both those guys.
CJ Daniels, who they just drafted.
There's another guy that DeMarco will tell you, too, when he talks about it, these are guys that could pop. These are guys that have earned the trust. A guy like Whittington can kind of play that Puka role. He can run him in motion. He's a good blocker. And Mumfield's a guy that they drafted, and they've developed, and he started to earn the trust at the end of the year. But it starts with Davante Adams and Puka Nacua.
Yeah. Those two guys are obviously but what happens if one of them gets hurt? I mean, they both are. Like, think about what happens with Davante Adams.
Not above you.
He got hurt. He got hurt last year, and they had to really focus on Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua plays
reckless.
He's very reckless. He goes head
get
first
out of bounds,
into
please. Every now and then, be good.
He does not. He goes after every single yard, and so I mean, like, I'm not trying to wish by any means, knock on wood, that something's going to happen to him.
Of course.
But the fact is, he plays recklessly, to use your word, and that's an injury waiting to happen. If one of those two guys go down, you're starting to look at the C.J. Daniels, Xavier Smith, the Kanata Mumfields, and Jordan Whittington as playing these much bigger roles. You need that possession receiver around Davante Adams, because that is what Puka Nacua is.
And Devontae Adams, he's 33 years old now. And last year, it was a slow start with he and Matthew Stafford. Then about midway through the season, okay, if you had him on fantasy, you loved him. I was one of them.
Touchdown maker.
In the middle of the season, but it was a slower start. He had fewer than 800 yards last season, the fewest he's had since 2015. He also had like those lower body injuries. He didn't really hear what they were, but those are the injuries that are going to start adding up on him. So, Greg, is it a real concern this year about keeping him healthy? Absolutely. I mean, every receiver, but a receiver who's now 33 years old, that's going to be a concern.
And also, though, you just hit it on the head, though. First year with Matthew Stafford. You have a whole year under your belt in the McVay system. I expect him to even have better production. Also, something we talked about on Friday's show, Berg, when you were teeing it up, tight ends.
Oh, yeah.
Marco thinks they're taking 5.
Oh, yeah,
right?
There's 5 of them.
They'll probably go 3 personnel more often, right?
Ferguson's a guy that lines up as a receiver. Parkinson, right? Higbee, these are guys that you'll see multiple sets with double tight ends. So, the Rams will get creative.
Yeah, so, I mean, in that sense, does Matthew Stafford have enough around him? I mean, personally, I'd say yes. I mean, because you still have Kyron Williams behind him. You still have
Blake Corum.
Yeah, Blake Corum. Thank you, Blake Corum. And now the five tight ends that are just coming out of that 13 personnel you were talking about, Beto, and all these other receivers. He has as much time as possible to be, as long as the offensive line is clean. He's going to be like picking and choosing where he wants to go.
This offense, he had 46 touchdowns last year, I think, 4,700 yards, right? All 5 linemen returning. Obviously,
Devontae had 14 of them.
Yeah, so, the expectations for Matthew Stafford and this offense are that they will be not just back, but even a little better.
This is where I'm hoping the maturity factor for Puka Nacua. Now, again, when you come to L.A., we've seen it for a lot of young superstars where – you get thrust into the limelight, and everybody has their phone out there. Everything's going on, and then you can get lost in the streets of L.A. or the attention. And you're 22 years old, 23 years old, and you are the man. It's natural for you to have something, right? But it's about the adjustments that you make as you mature. And Puka Nacua, from what it seems like, made the adjustments off the field. But what is he going to do on the field? And Puka Nacua, he cannot afford to get hurt. He cannot play reckless anymore. Yeah, you could do that when you're a rookie, second-year guy, but you don't necessarily have to take every single big shot. Of course, one of Puka's big things is yards after a catch. I think he's like 19 yards after a catch is one of the best in the NFL, but you cannot afford for him to try to force that. Being smarter this year, because to Bergby's point, if you lose him or Adams, you're going to be really, really limited.
I think between the two of them, Peter, which one do you think is more important? If you lost one of them, which one do you think is more like, oh, man, we're screwed?
I want to say Puka.
Yeah.
Because he's a top receiver in the NFL. He's proven that he could be a wide receiver 1. But I think you could have Whittington fill that role, not to that level, but in terms of going in motion, in terms of blocking and doing what Puka does, losing Adams would be really tough to replicate. So I'm having a hard time answering that.
I mean, a big dude like Adams, what he means to that red zone offense.
Red zone offense.
Totally understand
Can't
that.
replicate it.
I don't know. There's something about Puka that it's like as much as you can fill in another guy to be a possession receiver, the routes he runs, the way that he puts his body on the line, the way he goes up for catches, the way he just finds space. I mean, that was the way that Cooper Kupp used to do it too.
Absolutely.
To like a higher level. Can Whittington, can Xavier Smith, can C.J. Daniels, can Kanata Mumfield, can they replicate the things that Puka Nacua does?
Because they don't grow on trees,
no,
right? I mean,
not at all.
Right? It's Jamar Chase, Puka, JSN, right? Jefferson.
Right.
This is an elite group that he's in.
Right.
Yeah, Puka was right next to JSN in the numbers because Puka led the league with 129 catches. It's ridiculous what he was playing. And then in his 3 seasons, he's averaging 95 yards, an all-time NFL mark for 3 years in the NFL. And, again, knock on wood all the way. You want to have Adams and Puka. That's great. But if one of them is off, this is where your run game really needs to step up.
That's where Kyron Williams and Blake Corum.
Yeah.
Blake Corum looks really good right now, guys. Like DeMarco's been raving about him.
He has
workouts, and he is in beast mode this year. And you saw him get a lot of snaps last year, and that become more of a shared backfield by committee. And I expect that to go on. It's interesting, guys. We're watching tight ends catch right now, and when you see these tight ends,
and no, we can't show you anymore. They're practicing.
They're
so
practicing.
on YouTube, we can't show you.
Not allowed
That
anymore.
with us, but like. They're built out of the mold of an athlete,
right?
Big, strong, fast, and look at the routes they're running. They aren't just like old school tight ends dragging across the field. These guys are running receiver routes.
6'6", moving like a receiver.
Right, and look at it. Like, so now as you're watching that, I'm also watching the quarterbacks. So I'm seeing guys like Ty Simpson, number 15. I'm seeing Stetson Bennett, number 13, that are out there. They're throwing crisp passes along the sidelines. They both look like, here you go. Here they both are going at the exact same time, 15 and 13, and that's a nice ball for Stetson Bennett to the outside. Devontae Adams. So, I mean, I get this is practice. This is the first one, but the fact is that they're throwing nice, crisp passes. They're timing. It's like they're moving in sync right now.
And you're not supposed to be in sync on day 2.
Right.
There should be some kind of like getting used to period, a little adjustment. But, of course, it all is kumbaya, right now. But there is a concern. I think the Rams addressed it last year, the special teams. Coming up, we're going to talk about the special teams. Got to let it breathe because there are a lot of concerns with it. They made adjustments. But if there is a flaw with the Rams going into this season, it's going to be the special teams. We'll talk about that. More from Rams training camp on the campus of LMU. Another beautiful pass. Look, all 4 QBs are throwing dimes right now. Beto Duran, Chris Geeter McGee, Greg Bergman with you on ESPN LA.
This is the Rams training camp special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA. Getting you ready for kickoff of the season on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams training camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino, the law offices of Jacob Emrani, and Waba Grill.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone, group chat, smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Coming up Monday morning at 7 a.m. on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Well, is there still fallout? LeBron James going to Philly. I guess we'll talk about it. Plus, what did Cappy get into over the weekend? And Beto Duran, the Cisco Kid, will be joining us fresh off his day Sunday with Geeter at Rams training camp. That nasty boy Geeter. Plus, Gregory Arthur Bergman on the Dodgers, producer Lindsay Baseball, producer Jorge, and you. Summer of Schwanz keeps rolling on.
The Summer of Schwanz.
Monday morning, 7 a.m. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show to wake up L.A., Jack. We'll see you Monday morning at 7 a.m.
Oh. Hey, guys. Sedano here, and summer's here. Everyone's getting together. So why are you still living with those same old floors? Upgrade with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. They've got millions of in-stock options, including CoreTech, the original 100% waterproof, kid-proof, pet-proof, luxury vinyl flooring in stock and can be installed in a few days. Visit the showroom next to the Commerce Casino off the 5 freeway or online at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, because no sale beats wholesale.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
DeAndre, how many times has your mother called you a wimp?
Not often, I'll tell you that.
What about you, Laura?
She's called me other things, but not a wimp. I love you, Mom.
I'm a mama's boy, man. I'm the wrong one to ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I you know what? My mom's right. I kind of am. I am kind of a baby.
Marco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And it is a Sunday special live from Rams training camp. On your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. This is a Rams training camp special.
The The moment has arrived. Our LA Rams are back on the field at LMU for another summer of Rams training camp.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Good operation, in and out, good splits. Let's go.
Our LA Rams are back on the field at LMU for another summer of Rams training camp.
From the MVP looking to lead his team back to hoisting a Lombardi trophy in February at SoFi.
Flat, it's caught. It's another touchdown. Go off. The Rams are back on top.
To a player already legendary on the defensive side of the ball.
Hi, this is Myles Garrett of your LA Rams.
Looking for something more this season by joining an organization that is best in class.
The home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
We get you ready for the 2026 season with a Rams training camp special. Beto Duran and Chris McGee bring you all the sights and sounds of camp.
Oh, don't do it. That's where you got that good demeanor. We'll mix in those things.
With special guests.
And talking Rams football as we get close to kickoff on your home of Rams football.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of the LA Rams. The Rams play here.
Rams training camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino.
The law offices of Jacob Emrani.
And Waba Grill.
This is the Rams training camp special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
Now live from Sullivan Field at LMU.
Here is Beto Duran and Geeter.
The offense is going against the defense right now. Stetson Bennett running for the Rams. It's Youth Football Day, where the Rams are hosting nearly 2,000 youth football participants from all over Southern California. Day 2 of training camp. ESPN LA is going to have 8 special shows from training camp. This is our first one. Joined now by a special guest. We've known him for years. You used to hear him here on ESPN LA when it was just 710 ESPN. He and Michael Thompson go back and forth. Now doing the Browns Radio Network. Used to see him on Sundays, DirecTV. It is Andrew Siciliano. Hello, Andrew.
Gentlemen, it's good to see you both. Happy football to you and yours.
Yeah.
Oh, what a day this is,
been?
right? Oh, been great, man. We just saw Puka catch a little flare and run it down the sideline from Stetson Bennett. We saw Ty Simpson out here, and beautiful day out here in SoCal, Andrew.
It is a Chamber of Commerce kind of day.
It really is.
Wow, that is a broadcaster term.
No, seriously, it is. I mean, my friends joke that this is our tax day. This is why we pay our taxes here for days like this. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of those absolutely beautiful, beautiful days with a little bit of humidity, but like.
It's right.
Why should I complain?
No. That's
this is not real humidity, I like to tell people.
No.
There is a presence, like there is a little bit of humidity, but this is not humid.
It's football. In July,
exactly.
That's what you get to see. Now, you are the Browns radio broadcaster. You got to see Myles Garrett last year.
Did.
What are Rams fans going to get?
I mean, he's the best in the business. He's the greatest defensive player to ever wear a Browns uniform.
Wow.
What's the exact number? I think they have 18 or 19 Hall of Famers. They have 8 championships. He's the greatest defensive player to ever wear a uniform. I think you can make the argument. I know Aaron Donald is part of this conversation as well. But by the time Myles is done, if he plays until the wheels come off, he's going to have 200 sacks. He's going to be the all-time sack leader in the history of this game, this being season, I believe, 107 of the National Football League. And, Beto, you commented to me when we were off the air, for those who have never seen Myles in person for the first time, he looks like a superhero.
Yeah.
Marvel, Avenger, I don't know my universes, whatever. However you want to describe him, he looks fake.
Yeah, that's a good
Does
way
that
to
make
put
sense?
it. Yeah. We've been talking about the entire time how he walked around
like
with
if you
aura.
were building a guy that's like weird science, that's the guy.
Well, it's funny you say that. Have you seen the NFL Network Top 100? Right.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know where Myles is, but in the trailer, they haven't unveiled Myles yet. Clearly, he's in the top 10. In the trailer, Kyle Hamilton of the Ravens says that if the aliens ever come to Earth and say, "Bring us your best human," we will send Myles Garrett and pray that he can defend the Earth.
That's fantastic.
Basically, I'm paraphrasing. That's what he said.
And then if Aaron Donald does what it looks like everybody's thinking that he's going to come back, so then you have Aaron Donald and you have Myles Garrett on that line. Who do you not guard in that situation? Because you have to double somebody, triple somebody.
You can't because Aaron, look, every offensive coordinator goes into a game plan week and circles one guy. This is the guy that we always have to have an eye. We have to game plan for this guy. This guy can never be singled up. This is the guy that we have to take out of the equation. Well, if Aaron comes back, then you now have 2 of them. And plenty of teams have 2 great defenders, but no one has ever had I'm sure someone wants to come back with a different argument. But
From
you
like the
will
70s?
have quite arguably the two greatest defensive linemen to ever play the game if he comes back. And I don't know how you handle that.
What was last season like calling those games for Myles Garrett as he pursued the all-time record?
It got a little dicey at the end because there was like a 3-week stretch there when teams decided, Aaron Rodgers decided just flat out, he's not going to get the sack against me, and if it means I'm going to throw balls into the ground and
it's not going to be on my
it won't
watch.
be me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be me. Almost to the point of, like, comically, they would round. It was. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like it. But thank God he got the sack, and he got it on the final drive in the fourth quarter in Week 18, because there was a moment there where, like, he's not going to get it.
All that buildup.
And it's not as if his play fell off at all. He was getting triple-teamed. There was also a point
and
later.
You were thinking about that call.
Triple team.
Were you thinking about that call?
No. Yes, and Gator, I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it. But in the moment, what came out was just like, oh my God, thank God it's over. Like, we're happy for him, but like, oh my God, he got it, because it looked like he wasn't going to get it.
So do you think that Joe Burrow may have?
No, not at all. I actually don't get that, Greg. Like, I've watched the play 1,000 times. You actually think he took a dive?
No. I'm asking you because the way it looks like is that there was a hole for Burrow to get through. It was he was blocked a little bit and he went down. So I do think that it was a sack
because he was about to get hit by a freight train. That's why.
I just think it's out there.
He covered up for safety. Here, go back in all seriousness. Go back and watch Week 1. So Browns-Bengals Week 1, that game was in Cleveland, and Myles ran a twist and he looped around. And he came right up the middle unblocked. 100 miles an hour like a freight train.
Yeah.
And when you listen to it mic'd up, you hear Joe almost whimper. Like he's about to get killed. And that's what he remembered Week 18, I guarantee you.
Andrew Siciliano, our guest right now. Andrew, you are, second season with the Browns now?
Third.
Third season. Yeah. But you live in L.A.
I do.
That's why you got to follow Andrew's Instagram, because when he takes that walk on the beach, he's giving you the motivation. Good stuff right there. Also, if you want to hike around Southern California, good stuff there. But for many years, you would do the Red Zone channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you would see the Rams when they came to L.A.
Sure.
And they weren't the Rams now. The perception of them around the league, what is it?
With this team, it's go win a Super Bowl or bust. All 32 say Super Bowl or bust, but the Rams are truly on a very short list of teams where it is all there, it is all in place, and anything less, I think, we would all be disappointed. That is a comically high level of expectation. Only one team wins. But we do remember 2021 when we had the game here. Mm-hmm. We all know what happened. There's a lot on the line this season, but it is a long road between here and the second week of February. I think they're the best team in football, but that right now doesn't mean anything in July.
And we've been talking so much about the schedule and how tough it is, and just those first 5
games. How about the home games? If you're
Australia?
a Rams season ticket holder, which I am still, it's the Cowboys, it's the Bills, it's the Packers. You have the great game against the Chargers. Obviously, the Niners are in Australia, but for the home fan this year, it's an unbelievable schedule.
I want to say 7 primetime games.
Yeah, 7 primetime games.
Primetime Week 1, primetime Week 2.
You said
3 out of the first 4.
You said second best team right now. Is it?
I think they're the best team.
Oh, okay.
I think they're the best team in the NFL. Yeah. I truly do. And I also realize the Seahawks won a championship. So I get it that Seattle fans are angry. Like, they want more respect. I don't know how much more respect you can give.
And they did it with a dominant defense.
Handing them the trophy. Right? It's hard to repeat. It rarely happens.
Especially in the NFL.
Right. Exactly. So I have no problem saying that this is the best team in football. I truly believe it is.
How much of a loss is a guy like Kenneth Walker?
For the Seahawks?
Yeah.
I think it's big. I also think that getting Jadarian Price, you could just drop him right in there potentially. The Valley's Zach Charbonnet, hopefully he gets back soon, and he could be part of that equation. My heart felt for him as an L.A. guy last year. He couldn't play in the NFC Championship game against his hometown team. He had just blown his knee out. He's got a long road to recovery. But, if he gets back healthy and year 1 back from an ACL is never good, that is a pretty good 1-2 punch in the backfield. Price is dangerous, man. I don't know if I would have taken him at 32, but they clearly drafted for need, and he's a special player.
I'm getting excited about Blake Corum just because I'm watching what he looks like in the offseason. how much time he's putting in, the speed, the power, combo with Kyron Williams. What do you think of that backfield?
Well, this is an NFL where you need multiple backs. You cannot survive with only one. So the more and the deeper you have, the deeper your backfield is, the better. And it's a great 1-2 punch.
Andrew Siciliano with us right now. Andrew, when you used to host Red Zone, you used to know every single player on the roster. We've talked about this. Another guest of Living the Dream podcast.
There you go. That's right.
But you would tell me that you had to know every single guy.
You do. But you also, to be like, you got to tip the cap to like your great crew, my great crew at DirecTV. I had a spotter.
True.
Like I did have help.
Yeah.
There are like 2,900 players.
Do you still know every player in the NFL?
It's a great question. I try to cover the whole league. I did a show for Yahoo for my house last year every day during the season, so I still have to know everything. Am I as buttoned up as I was 4 years ago? I don't know. That's a good question. I would love to play that game.
So like the Rams' backup tight end is, you would know that off the top, right?
I mean, we're talking Parkinson or Ferguson. Like, I know my tight ends. I know Higbee still. Yeah, like, I know the Rams. I know all my teams in the AFC North.
Okay, so what about the Bears' backup kicker?
Well, they only have one. Teams don't dress two kickers.
There we go.
So Cairo Santos is their kicker. Who their camp leg is, I don't know right now. I'm going to have to know because the Browns play the Bears week 1 of the preseason. But call me on August 15th when I have to know it.
I'm going to put a reminder on my phone.
Where are you taking Puka in the fantasy draft?
Oh, Puka's got to be high, absolutely.
Yeah.
Puka's going to eat. If Puka stays healthy and there's no contractual issue that keeps him off the field, which he's out here day one, so I don't think that's an issue. Puka's going to have triple-digit catches, and, yeah, absolutely. Are you in a PPR league?
I'm in a half, I'm in a standard, and a full PPR. I'm in all three.
Okay. How many leagues aren't PPR these days?
I've been trying to tell my friends, get out of the standard.
You're not actually playing right. But one of the things that we've been talking about a lot has been, like, we talked a little bit about Alaric Jackson, how we don't know how many games he's going to miss.
Yeah, I mean, that's an issue.
That's a huge issue. So who in this, because since you know the team inside and out, like you're talking,
now you're putting me on the spot. Right,
absolutely putting you on the spot. On that offensive line, like David Quesenberry, like who's going to be the guy that goes in your mind would be the best person to fit into that left tackle spot, since it's so important?
Okay, now, Greg, you're making me take the roster out.
Yeah.
It's
only second day training camp.
Do we go with well-traveled veteran David Quesenberry, or
do you go with do you move over Warren McClendon from right tackle to left tackle?
I mean, I love him at right. Who's the next
Justin
option?
Peters is behind him.
I don't have a good answer for your left tackle. First day of camp, you just caught me, man. You caught me.
Oh, this was not a gotcha.
No,
it was good. Talking about.
I am not going to fake it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fake it.
Are you going to go?
It was not supposed to be a gotcha.
Frost was.
No.
We had that discussion though about moving from. Right
I could give you the full breakdown of the. I'm sorry, the full breakdown of the Browns O-line. Their depth issues right now,
so
and whether or not Elton Jenkins is truly going to be a center, which is not his best position.
Right, but you call those games. So this is just a conversation that we've been having with everybody that's come through here. So it's more.
Keegan Trost is the name that people say. The rookie.
I cannot give you anything intelligent about Keegan Trost.
Hey, how far back do you and Bert go?
How many years?
Like
Fox
20,
Sports Radio.
20 years?
20-some. Yeah, I was there in 2002.
Okay,
so you were his producer?
We all worked.
together.
It was like
you, me,
to say
Morales.
that he was my producer.
I was not. Yeah,
sounds like he worked for. He did not work for me. We all.
I worked on the
together.
show every
worked
once
on
in a while. Yeah,
shows. Yeah. So it's been a while.
Love that. Look at now, Berg.
I moved here in 2000.
I got to Fox Sports Radio in 2002.
Okay.
I just call him boss.
Yeah.
Andrew, that's what I call him.
How proud are you of the growth of Greg Bergman? Look at this.
The growth. Are you talking about his beard growth?
That too.
Yeah, that too. I mean, this has been there for a little while down there.
You know, he's a manager of audio operations.
I feel bad because I addressed these two.
No,
when the show started, and then all of a sudden you started talking. I'm like, oh my god, I should have said hi to you two on the air.
No, we're all good here.
Andrew Siciliano, off season. Where did you go?
Long-time listener, first time on this show. I'm happy to be here.
This is a hodgepodge or a mod.
Sunday show. The second day of training camp. You went to Italy this summer.
I did actually. I was able to get 2 trips in this year. I was very fortunate. I did some time in Seoul, Korea, and in Hong Kong. That was awesome.
Oh, nice.
And then the trip I just got back from, I did Portugal. I did Lisbon and Porto and Cascais and some. I actually could have stayed longer there. I loved. I'd never been to Portugal, but then I went to Sicily. I'd been to Italy before. Obviously, my name. I am Sicilian. I had never been to Sicily, and I absolutely fell in love with it.
Love it. The roots.
Have either of you guys been?
Italy, Sicily, no. But
my mom, R.I.P. Sicilian.
Okay.
100% Paleo, the maiden name.
Have you ever been?
No, I've been to Florence and Como.
Okay.
But it's a brief trip.
Dude, you got to go.
I have to.
Like, I got emotional.
I'm a wine guy, too.
I got emotional about it.
That's cool.
I was able to go to my paternal grandmother's hometown. She wasn't born there, but her parents were born there. I was not able to go to my paternal grandfather's hometown, but I'm going to do that next time. I'm going back in May. Like,
that's cool.
Awesome.
Like, I was there for 3 days, and I took 8 years of Spanish. I could understand a little bit Italian. Like, after my second day, I downloaded Duolingo, and I started taking Italian lessons there because, like, I am coming back.
You're all in.
Sicily is beautiful, and it's a little grittier than like Italy, mainland Italy. It is just, oh man, it is awesome.
Andrew Siciliano. That's why you got to follow his Instagram. All kinds of great adventures. The man, the voice of the Browns. And in 2 weeks, we're going to text you, find out who the Rams backup left.
No. Oh, and the Bears camp kicker. Whoever
the backup kicker. We got that.
Okay, so the Browns kicker, Andre Schmidt, Syracuse guy, former Luke Rosen winner. Andre Schmidt is from Chicago and used to be the Bears' camp kicker behind Cairo Santos, but that was 3 years ago. Now he's the Browns.
There you go. Look at that.
So that game will be a homecoming for him in Chicago.
I want to be a camp kicker. Right now I'm a camp host. Beto Duran, Chris McGee, Greg Bergman with you here on ESPN LA.
Camp special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA. Getting you ready for kickoff of the season on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams training camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino, the law offices of Jacob Emrani, and Wava Grill.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Mason in Ireland.
John, did you just see that he says that he thinks that he's the Jake LaRavia
I'm the
of
Jake
ESPN
LaRavia
LA?
of ESPN LA.
That's the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Effort guy.
You're not a good shooter.
Show up to work every day.
No, you
every day that I'm supposed to be
working. You would be the Anthony Davis of ESPN LA. When
think
you
so?
work, you're good. You just never work.
Don't say I never work.
Who is the Jake LaRavia? Is it like
Travis?
Travis?
Travis is a good
I was
Jake
like, Andy
LaRavia.
Kamenetsky's here a lot, and he's asked to do a lot of things.
I'd be Luca.
No, because Luca plays.
Who's going to be Luca?
I'm Austin.
Okay.
You're Austin. That's your guy.
That's a good one.
Sedano would think he's Luca.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sedano is
yeah.
already claiming this mantle of being Luca.
Yeah.
The Luca of ESPN LA.
Maybe Chris
No, you
thinks
know
he's
who?
Luca?
Luca. Chris Morales thinks he's Luca.
Yeah, then Morales and Sedano would fight over that.
Yes, exactly.
Mason in Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
Hey, John Ireland here. Here in Los Angeles, our city water is loaded with chlorine and chemicals. That's why I got a Life Source whole house water system. It cleans and conditions water from every tap for healthier water with no salt and no regular maintenance. Upgrade your water and your life with Life Source. I did, and I'll never go back. Call the Life Source California factory today at 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Life Source water, it's not just better, it's essential. Life Source. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football.
ESPN LA's coverage and content of the LA Rams Training Camp is presented in part by the law offices of Jacob Emrani, proud to be the legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Big hits belong on the football field, not on the freeway. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob, 1-800-345-6789.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
And back to Beto and Geeter.
Oh, the sun is shining in a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Thanks for joining us wherever you may be. And if you're on the YouTube chat, shout out to you hanging out with us. I see the conversation going back and forth. Real good to hear from our old friend Andrew Siciliano. Berg, I know you went back with him many, many years. And it's a small business, but it's always happy to see friends succeed.
Yeah, no, it's always great to see Andrew and all the things that he's done. He's been around forever, yeah. So I got to Fox Sports Radio in 2002. He was there. He was doing Tony Bruno for a little bit there.
Yep, I
remember
Tony
Bruno.
Bruno.
Then it was him. And he did a night show when I was there, and I was helping produce the show right before them, Jim Daniels and Jason Smith. So, yeah,
Jim Daniels, I remember that name.
Jim Daniels, Jason Smith. Yeah, Jason Smith is still at Fox Sports
Yeah,
Radio.
he's still there. He's doing the night show there. So it all comes around. You know what it comes around, though? Special teams. Because when you have a good special teams unit, nobody ever talks about it. And the fact that we got to devote a segment to it is one of the things it could be a question mark for the Rams coming up this season. Now, last year, I don't know how many games I'm listening to JB and DeMarco driving around and MJD, and they get to the situation, and they are the Rams broadcasters, but you can hear frustration in their voices at certain times, and they made the adjustment. They got a new special teams coach, and somebody needs to perform.
Yeah, I mean, I think back to the Philly game, right? 2 blocked field goals.
Yep. Yeah.
The miscues in the Seahawks games, whether it's a muffed punt in the NFC Championship game, whether it's, a punt return for a touchdown in the regular season game when they were up 16 with, 8 minutes and 36 seconds left or something like that, up 16. Those miscues really cost this team. And what you love about the Rams is that they went out and they're changing things, right?
Bubba Ventrone comes in, runs special teams.
Ventrone, and you talked to DeMarco about this on Friday. Like, you're talking about a dude that is respected in this league. It is Bubba. He brings his assistant over in Kyle Hoke, right? They signed long snapper vet, 2-time champion Joe Cardona. Like, these are the moves that they're making.
I like that. Two-time champion.
Two-time champion.
We're talking about before the show started.
Matters. That matters. But listen.
That fourth block kick last year.
Yeah, and after a debacle of
unacceptable.
Last year, when you bring a guy like Bubba in, he commands the room. He's ripped. He's a high-energy guy. He immediately has the respect of everybody where we're going to be better in this department. And that matters. And special teams are so crucial if you're going to try to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, look at what happened. You were talking about it with the Xavier Smith drop punt. That, the muff punt, that changed the entirety of the game right there. And it makes such a huge difference. If they are a team that's on a mission to win a Super Bowl, and like Andrew said, it's Super Bowl or bust, and we've all been saying that. Every single portion, all 3 phases of the game need to be completely tightened up. And they didn't just fix the defense. They didn't go get Jalen Watson and Trent McDuffie and Myles Garrett and possibly Aaron Donald. They also went out and got all the guys on the special teams as well. And so Xavier Smith is going to be somebody to watch. If he can't make the plays, that's going to be switched. I don't know who it's going to go to, but at some point he needs to step up and look like, hey, this is championship or bust team. I need to be perfect.
And where are you guys with Xavier Smith? Now, I'm like Cappy. I'm all about the redemption story.
He loves the Radio Ronaldo.
Listen, but I do believe he gets the start, right? And he's got to be the guy. But, and DeMarco will say this as well, short leash.
Yep.
Right? You have to prove in those first few weeks that you are reliable, and you have to carry that throughout the season. But I do think he is the guy to start the season.
Last year, you lost 2 games to the Seahawks because of that. Eagles, Niners, also big games. And then that wild card game against the Panthers, it should not have been that close. It should not have been that close. So it was a glaring weakness for them. In the middle of the season, they replaced their kicker. Josh Carty was out in the middle of the season. With
they re-signed Harrison Mevis, right? He's added, and he's a guy that he converted 92.
Yeah, Mevis is there. So
kicker.
Yeah.
I love that nickname.
Yeah. Ethan Evans, they're develop those teams. Now, Berg, you and I were talking about this many times, not just on the air, but off the air, but you don't want noise, whether it's the Lakers, had way too much noise last year. Dodgers, they don't have that. The Rams don't have it, except for the special teams. And when you're doing it in the special teams, that one time, right? Who was I talking to? Oh, it was Janessa, who's with us today. She was asking about the long snapper position. And I was like, yeah, those long snappers, they don't get hit, and they can have a 15-year career. But the moment you mess up once, you're gone.
You're done.
You cannot afford to have mistakes.
And that's why you bring in a guy like Cardona, who is a 2-time, I'm going to say it again, Super Bowl champion, a veteran in this league, and you pay him.
Now. Yeah. Cardona, I'm looking at the roster right now, 12 years. 12 years NFL vet out of Navy.
Right. When you're going to bring in somebody, like you said, the two-time NFL champion, you have to bring in those types of guys because you need that shored up every single little position. That's that's the difference between good teams and bad teams. Like we talked about at the very beginning of the show. I'm a Raider fan. They don't have everything buttoned up all over the place. Yeah. You don't have every single position. They're still trying to build that little trying to build that all the way around. This team is built for that. It's built already. And so now you're just picking and choosing those teeny little details. Like we talked about with the Dodgers, the same type of stuff. They want to make sure that they're the best at every facet of everything so that when they get to the big moments, they're going to come through and not be like the Yankees dropping balls or the Blue Jays not running the bases correctly. This is the same thing for or the Phillies. But even so, the fact is this Rams team, every single facet, every single position needs to be right at the tip top.
It's guys that make plays. Kike in left field in Game 6, whether it's McGee making a play at second. Like, it's not just going to be the stars. It's going to be your role guys being able to do it in pressure situations and in the clutch.
Right. Second day of training camp. The Rams are on it, going offense against defense right now. It's Stetson Bennett and Ty Simpson rotating around. Matthew Stafford not here today. He's going to do this rotation where 4 days. He's going to be off on the first day, practice 2 days, and off that fourth day, and just going to rotate that around. Again, Matthew Stafford does not need to practice out here.
No. We have high expectations. Everybody does, right? You're the returning MVP.
He is here, though. MVP. He is here.
He is here. We saw him earlier, 4,700 yards, 46 touchdowns, and all the weapons back.
Right, and you were talking about it earlier, Beto. He's giving away $100,000. What was
$10,000 going to Dominguez High. The Dons are getting new equipment thanks to Matthew Stafford and the Rams, and it's Compton Dominguez. They're getting the equipment, so also for them, they're getting blocking sleds, practice gear, camera systems to film. I mean, everybody has that now, but not everybody has the access to that. So Matthew Stafford donating $10,000. I love it, though. It says NFL MVP. NFL quarterback is always amazing, but MVP in front of your
just
name.
different.
Dude, you can
listen, Super Bowl champion and MVP, it puts you in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah,
the numbers are already there.
And we're going to be talking with Trent McDuffie, newest member of the Rams.
Oh, I can't wait.
After practice. I know we got some good stuff for him. I think there might be some Radio Rinaldi with McDuffie.
Ooh, I can't wait for that.
Oh, that'll be coming up after practice. We're here till 6 o'clock, or maybe a little bit after that. Just like Siciliano, we're going to roll, baby. We're just going to roll.
We'll wait for Trent to come over, and we'll go as long as we can. You guys hang out with us.
Yeah, it's Youth Football Day here at LMU, and if you want to come to Rams training camp, go check out the Rams website, get your tickets for it. And also follow the Rams social media accounts for cool behind-the-scenes coverage of it. And I'm watching right now is Ty Simpson, and I'm not going to say anything much about him. It's the first day, but coming up, I'm going to explain a little bit why I'm excited about Ty Simpson. Beto Duran, Chris McGee, Greg Berman with you right here on ESPN LA.
This is the Rams training camp special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA. Getting you ready for kickoff of the season on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams training camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino, the law offices of Jacob Emrani, and Waba Grill.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Mason in Ireland.
Mace, do you think pro wrestling is real?
I think that it's really tough to do.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
I won't say that the outcomes.
You don't want to get your head boxed.
Well,
like
no.
that.
Here's the thing. These guys are unbelievably trained and doing difficult
stuff. But the outcomes are predetermined.
I agree with that, but I don't like to use the word fake.
We watch TV shows where the outcomes are predetermined and we like them. Like it's not any different from Game of Thrones.
It's scripted.
Just scripted.
Right, and the kayfabe is. But I thought that Tom Brady really slapped Logan Paul, and now apparently there's the sound. Apparently now there's something going on where Tom Brady might do a WWE thing.
Shocking.
Which I think is so lame. It is so lame.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
I'm here with Angelica, and getting a DUI is serious business, isn't it?
It's a process, Cappy, and if you don't take action within 10 days, you run the risk of some pretty serious consequences. Start by calling or going to fixmydui.org. One of many things Fix My DUI does is help individuals rebuild their lives through stability and reducing the risk of future mistakes. We do this through education and ongoing support.
So the first thing you do,
visit fixmydui.org or call 888-607-7077. We can help.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football.
Rams Training Camp on ESPN LA, made possible by Waba Grill. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
And back to Beto and Geeter.
On the campus of LMU, Beto Duran, Chris McGee, Greg Berman hanging out with you. Of course, this is the first of 8 shows that we're going to have from training camp. And tomorrow morning, we're going to recap this, as I'll be on the morning show with Scott Kaplan. I was actually with Cappy yesterday at Del Mar. Oh, what a day. What a day at Del Mar yesterday.
You went again? You went a second time?
I went yesterday. I had nothing to do because we were talking about this about kids. Once they get older, they don't want to hang out with you. So my plans with the kids fell apart. I had nothing to do. And Cappy had a horse in a big race. So I just drove down there, collected some money, had some sushi afterwards. And
nice.
Shout out to Cappy and his horse. By the way,
they did win.
Do you a little play-by-play here. Tyler Higbee just caught a little corner out in the end zone. They're working on some red zone stuff, and it was a celebration for offense. It was Stetson threw it. And the defense was saying no catch. It was pretty funny. All the guys were.
Stetson's throwing a nice ball out there. By the way, I'm standing behind you because I'm trying to stay out of the sun.
I know you are.
I am just trying to stay out because I forgot like an idiot to put on sunscreen, and sunscreen would have been perfect for today.
Berg, do you remember we were talking about the cloud coverage and the beauty?
Yeah.
The sun is now beating in our face.
That's no longer here.
Yeah.
So
that's a thing of the past.
Yeah,
Beto's excited about someone.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube,
that's right. Tease going out.
Well, here it is. But if you're watching on YouTube, you see Berg backing up right now.
I'm going as far back as I can so that the sun doesn't hit me. But don't worry, we're here.
Yeah, so appreciate everybody watching us on YouTube. So the news yesterday, Ty Simpson officially signed his contract. It is a 4-year rookie contract worth about $25.4 million. He was 13th overall, and in the NFL to get a guaranteed contract is – that's what you want there. So he's going to get that. But he also got a $14.94 million signing bonus for the slot that he was picked in at 13, the highest pick for Sean McVay in his era with the Rams. And that is interesting because a lot of people, when they saw Ty Simpson's name called, it was, what? The dude only started 1 year at Alabama, which doesn't necessarily produce the best NFL quarterbacks. Okay, so I'm going to get with you, Ray. When you heard Ty Simpson, we were all surprised, but were you shocked?
No, because we had Louis Riddick on that day with Cappy, and we just threw the question at him. It was the day of the draft. Berg, you were there.
Yep.
And we were talking a lot about it. We had McVay on that day, and just hearing the excitement in his voice and the way he perked up and said they love him, I was like, wow, are they really going to go with him, or are they going to try to get him later? So when they got the 13th pick, was I shocked? I mean, just like every bit, I was like, wow. But at the end of the day, I was like, okay, it makes sense now.
Yeah, see, like for me, we talked about this a ton on the air throughout with Cappy and Sedano and everything. Sedano and Cap, huge on Ty Simpson. Think it was a great pick. Think that this guy is going to be the next guy as soon as Matthew Stafford is done. They really, really like him. I was a little more skeptical, and I still am a little bit more skeptical. I want to see something out of him. I don't know how long Matthew Stafford is going to be on this team, and I think that's important to be thinking about because rookie deals for quarterbacks are important. Mm-hmm. We started off the show talking about all the guys in the 2023 draft that are on the rookie deals that are going to have to be paid. Quarterbacks, especially on a rookie deal, is extremely important. So if they don't get anything out of Ty Simpson with that rookie deal, I think it's a waste of a pick. Now, if Matthew Stafford leaves after this one more year, maybe this year and next year, and then he comes in and it's just seamless because he had 2 years behind him, great. But I'm a little wary.
I think that is an absolutely fair take. I think you can be excited about it, Beto, but also have your concerns because I think we all know that Matthew Stafford has to be on the field. And if he isn't, whether it's 1 game or 8 games, who is going to be that backup? We're getting it in the YouTube chat. How does he look? I mean, listen, this is our first time out here. They're not going full pads. Yeah, but he
throwing
looks
10 yards.
He definitely looks comfortable. His ball, he's throwing a good ball. That is all for sure. And I know that you have some insight that he's picking up the plays quickly and he's a hard worker.
Yeah,
so there is some
he's
insight.
a coach's kid.
But it is an unknown, so that is why, obviously, it's okay to be concerned about it.
Yeah, and it was a weak quarterback draft class. Of course, Fernando Mendoza was going to go number 1, but he emerged late with Indiana and goes to the Raiders. But after that, Simpson was expected to be the second quarterback drafted, but not this high. So Matthew Stafford, of course, wasn't in a contract when he was drafted. He signed the 1-year, $55 million contract, did Matthew Stafford, so he's going to be here. Could this be his last year? Maybe. Could it be one more? Possibly. He'll be 40 at that time. And, NFL quarterbacks don't get hit the way they do anymore.
Would it make you guys feel better if they traded number 13 for Trent McDuffie and picked Simpson at number 29?
That would make me feel way better.
Because basically that's what they did with their first 2 picks.
Right. Would it make me feel better? Yeah, a little bit, but also at the same time, I still would have hoped you would have gotten an offensive lineman or another receiver.
A left tackle?
Somebody to just shore up your offensive line. I mean, we didn't know what was going on with Alaric Jackson at that time, but still, offensive line is always so important to be 2, 3, possibly deep. No, you don't usually get to be 3 deep in the NFL in your offensive line. But if you could get a full up and down left of 2 deep of offensive linemen, you feel really good about that. Now maybe Ty Simpson becomes something amazing. He very well could be. And then I'm going to be eating my words. I would have just, if I was the Rams, I would have liked to have seen a different pick.
And I also think sorry, I was going to say, I feel a big part of this, and we've talked about it, is the trust, just like we always speak of the Dodgers, the trust in this front office, the trust in Sean McVay, the trust in the development, the trust in this offense, and how it's quarterback friendly in terms of making reads. I think that allows me to have a lot of belief in it.
And so Ty Simpson, coming into the draft, only 1 season at Alabama, only threw 50 passing attempts in the first 3 seasons, right? So the numbers are there. Here's where, just talking to little birdies, not anybody that really is going to name stick out to you, but the people around him. Of course, here goes the cliches. Coach's kid, hard worker, is going to be there. Could have gone to Alabama, made some big money in the NIL, but an opportunity to come to the Rams. And, of course, you're a backup quarterback. The right situations, right? How many guys have we seen drafted number 1? A Josh Rosen, right? Or whatever the quarterback, if they go to bad teams, right? Matt Leinart, a guy you know really well, where it's just a bad situation. So a chance to come here to the draft, knowing where he was going to come out. So that's part of the reason why he came out, was the projections that the NFL scouts had for him was mid to late rounds. So, of course, when you're the coach's kid and the Rams playbook is given to you, you better pick it up quick. And the word is, from little birdies, that Ty Simpson is doing really, really well with coordinators, that he's doing really well understanding what's to be expected from him. Now, mind you, you can know all you want. If you can't throw the damn ball when there's under pressure, I'll take that all out there. But again, it's day 2 of training camp. So is there something to be excited about? Probably not. But when you're trending the right way, that's what matters. Rams just wrapped up camp. You're hearing fans making noise. Players are going to come over and start signing autographs. We're going to be talking with Trent McDuffie coming up soon. Rams training camp at the Duran. Chris McGee, Greg Bergman with you right here on ESPN LA.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA. Getting you ready for kickoff of the season on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams Training Camp on ESPN LA. Made possible in part by Pechanga Resort Casino, the law offices of Jacob Emrani, and Waba Grill.
Hi, it's Ramona Shelburne. Right now, lease a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SE for just $299 a month. Comes with owner's insurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Take it from me. With next-level customer service and incredible dealer incentives, your next Hyundai is waiting for you at Hyundai of Glendale. Call 818-222-8000 or check them out at HyundaiofGlendale.net.
$299 per month plus tax. Close and lease for 24 months. $47.49 total due at signing plus government fees and taxes. Unapproved above average credit through HMF. Zero security deposit. 7,500 miles per year. 26 per access miles. Expires 7/31/26. Coming up Monday morning at 7 a.m. on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Well, is there still fallout? LeBron James going to Philly. I guess we'll talk about it. Plus, what did Cappy get into over the weekend? And Beto Duran, the Cisco Kid, will be joining us fresh off his day Sunday with Geeter at Rams training camp. That nasty boy Geeter. Plus, Gregory Arthur Bergman on the Dodgers, producer Lindsay Baseball, producer Jorge, and you. Summer of Schwanz keeps rolling on.
The Summer of Schwanz.
Monday morning, 7 a.m. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show to wake up L.A., Jack. We'll see you Monday morning at 7 a.m.
Oh. Hey, it's Mace, and for the ultimate immersive sports experience, get into Cosm. See all your favorite summer sports on a massive 87-foot wraparound high-res display. The Cosm Hall features wall-to-wall live multi-view sports for all the big games, and Cosm has immersive cinema like The Matrix, Willy Wonka, and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for a family night out. The deck at Cosm, panoramic, rooftop, bar, Cosm's signature menu of local food favorites, craft cocktails, and beers. Go to Cosm.com, and I'll see you at Cosm.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
Are you the birthday day person, birthday week, birthday month? Because he strikes me as the birthday month. I was going to guess the same.
Wow.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Actually, not birthday month. No. I think when I was younger, I was like, oh, birthday week, because I would travel, and I would celebrate for that week that I would travel. But I don't like weeks.
Take advantage. Take advantage. Who cares? If people want to do a week's worth of stuff for you.
Absolutely. Do you do a week? A day. Barely. Tops.
Yeah.
Barely.
A day.
Yay.
If I get an hour, I'm like, hell yeah, what a day.
You know what? I might get a text from the kids, happy birthday, and then Susan and I will go get something to eat. Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the birthday.
I have to tell Riley, hey, it's my birthday in a couple days. Can you write me a card, please?
Yeah, something.
And that's it. But I ask for the card.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube. This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football.
ESPN LA's coverage and content of the LA Rams Training Camp is presented in part by Pechanga Resort Casino. Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information.
Once again, back to Sullivan Field at LMU.
And back to Beto and Geeter.
There's excitement for the Rams fans as the players are wrapping up practice, so they're going along the sidelines, taking pictures, autographs, all that good stuff here. Beto Duran, Chris McGee with you. Devontae Adams just walked by us.
And we talked a little golf.
You talked a little golf with Devontae.
You know, that was the group behind him. I don't want to bug him.
I like how you told him, like, I see you, but I don't want to bug you.
And he knew it. He pointed it.
And he turned around.
Appreciate that.
Yes, he did. We're not going to say which country club he was at, but
all these guys coming over, super cool of them.
Yeah, I got a question for you. How'd you got on that country club? That was awesome.
Yeah, believe me, that is not me being a member. That is a friend.
Okay.
Hooking me up.
So you got some friends. So we'll be talking to Trent McDuffie.
You got to have friends in high places.
Oh, we do. I know.
Got to know Greg Bergen.
So I just went over and talked to the team, and Trent is going to sign some autographs back there for a little bit. He'll come over here in just a few minutes.
That's cool. Southern California kid. We'll talk to him, Trent McDuffie. But Geeter, they're wrapping up practice right now. Right over our shoulder, you see the members of the media talking with somebody. I don't know who. It might be McVay. It might be one of the coaches.
I see McVay over here in the corner talking to Stan Kroenke.
Okay. That's always good when you talk to the owner. But this is the excitement. I remember when Rams camp first started 10 years ago, there would be a couple members of the media. Now there's at least 25 surrounding right now.
When you put together a team like this, Beto, and you have these expectations, which you and I have talked about, and you come as close as they have over the last 2 years, and I know I've said this a number of times. For me, it started in Philadelphia in the playoffs 2 seasons ago when they were driving the ball to win the game, had a couple of turnovers in that game that cost them. You saw what Philly did to the rest of the league, winning that Super Bowl, and then last year being a play away from going to the Super Bowl and doing to New England what Seattle did. So, yeah, I mean, these are the expectations, and the L.A. media and the L.A. fans know it.
If you're a Rams fan, you have the ability to get out to training camp, do that. And if you can't get out here, we're going to be out here 8 times for ESPN Los Angeles, including tomorrow with DeMarco and Travis will be live from training camp. And Trent signing off. See, that's the cool
By the way,
stuff right
man of the people right there.
He had to leave to come to us, but he went back.
And it's kids
called
so
for
2,000 kids are here but signing the autographs, because not too long ago, he was the kid in the stands.
There he is, yeah.
There. So Trent McDuffie, the newest member of the Rams secondary, he's going to come right now.
Man of the
What up,
people.
Trent? Good to see you, man. The
What's
man
up,
of
Trent?
the people,
How we
indeed.
doing, man? Put that on.
Yeah.
What's up, Trent? How you doing, man?
Trent
Good to see
McDuffie
you.
join us right now. Take your time, man. You can breathe a little bit. We're in no rush here. Yeah, stand in the shade, too.
Yeah. Move back. The sun. You've already been out in the sun for quite some time.
By
You
the
can
way,
be in
we were
the
just
shade.
saying, the fact that you ran back to the kids says a lot about you. Being in
Trent,
LA.
not
I
too
did
long ago.
promise them.
Yeah, there you go. We'll take care of you right now.
Yep, I'm good.
All right, so you grew up in Orange County.
Yeah.
Right? So did you ever think, when you were a kid, say elementary, there was no NFL in L.A., so who was your team when you were a little kid?
I was the Raiders.
Raiders?
That's Bergman jumping in over
Big
here.
fan of Charles Woodson. That was my guy.
Charles
So,
Woodson, that's the man.
yeah,
right
I
there.
loved it, bro. Like, for me, it was the Raiders. I mean, we were one of those families where everybody, like, a different team. And, I mean, there was a point in time where Michael Vick, LaShawn McCoy was the Eagles, but, I mean, my true diehard was the Raiders.
Does everyone claim you modern day Servite?
Bosco?
And
Everybody.
Bosco?
You know what? No, actually. Bosco, hands down, claims me. Everybody wants to say, nah, you went there, but I just did my youth football camp in June back at Bosco.
Yeah. We
Talked with
had Coach Negro in studio the other day for high school.
He is awesome.
I love him.
They love you. Him and Jesse love you.
You didn't play for
Bosco.
my boy Troy Thomas, though, my old
No.
high school teammate. He was gone.
He was gone.
Yeah.
Yep. Scott Meyer, that's who I was there with before, the whole staff left.
Hey, have you been to any weddings at Madison Square Garden?
Funny. I think I kind of did, actually.
Your friends have wanted info on that wedding.
I mean, it was amazing. Honestly, the best part was just seeing some of my old teammates, from the
I
Chiefs and just getting to see them another time because I haven't seen them since, the season ended. So, but it was beautiful. Congrats to them, and they're great people. You know what I mean? They're such just truly inspirational. I mean, Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift, but she's truly just such a genuine person that I was excited to be a part of it.
And you also got engaged.
Yeah, I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That was, I think, the highlight of the entire offseason. Besides coming to the Rams, I mean, finally putting that ring on my beautiful fiance was definitely a step I needed.
So you're not the only one that came over from the Chiefs. Jalen Watson came alongside
Yeah.
with you. And also that man that just walked by, that giant man, that huge dude. Have you played with a guy like that before?
I mean, Chris Jones was close.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Jones was close. But
this is different.
I mean, words can't really explain what
Miles
we're
Garrett,
looking
by the way,
at.
who we're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Miles
can't really
Garrett.
explain what is over there right
I like that he's talking to Stan Kroenke, the owner, right? The owner.
Yeah, yep.
So earlier, Miles came out after you guys, and Kroenke was in the middle of a conversation, and Garrett walked by him.
Yeah.
And Kroenke just looked at him like damn.
Who is that? What is this, man?
Because NFL dudes are big, but he has a presence.
He does. It's just all the kids say aura.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was one of those dudes when he steps in, you're
We
like,
felt that.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Being
So
here
I know
in-
who came in.
Yeah, in a Rams uniform, right?
Yeah.
You just signed for the kids, Dominguez High kids
Yeah,
behind you.
yeah.
Did you think that this would be possible to play in your backyard?
Honestly, never. I mean, I was one of those kids who wished just playing in the NFL was a step, and then I go to the Chiefs, had 2 Super Bowl wins, and I'm sitting back like, wow, what's next? And then to know I'm back in the hometown, I mean, the family's ecstatic. I mean, just the pour of love from people that you kind of forget about, throughout the process, and you see guys come up and you're like, dang, you're back home. I can't wait to come watch. I'm like, that's special to me, being out there in the community and just being someone who's from here, who can represent this culture, represent this team, and hopefully bring a lot of wins to this city. So, yeah, I'm excited.
You mentioned putting the ring on your lady's finger. You
Yeah.
come to this organization with 2 rings yourself, and so does your friend,
Yeah.
Jalen Watson. So when you come into this situation, into a locker room that's been so close the last couple years, and some guys have won a Super Bowl.
Right.
A guy like Myles Garrett has not. What does that mean for you? What is your leadership when you come into a new situation?
Yeah. You know what? I remember the first day that I came in, was around the team, and I went home and I called my mom. I talked to my fiance. I was like, there's just different energy. There's just different level of commitment that this team has. And obviously it starts from Sean McVay, who sets the tone early. But these guys out here are willing to put in the work day in and day out, and they just make it fun, which I love. You know what I mean? This season's so long. Look, it's, July 26th right now? Yeah. Super Bowl, if you want to say we're going to make it all the way there, February 14th, that's a lot of weeks that you have to come in day and day out and be committed to it. And these guys are not only committed, but they enjoy it. And that's really nice to be around. And it makes it easier just giving guys different little feedback. And I feel like I don't have to be someone who has to come in and change this whole culture. It's just let me just add to it. And let me just tell you guys how it is to make it to the end.
So you've had Andy Reid as your head coach and won 2 Super Bowls, and now you have Sean McVay, who is a Super Bowl winning head coach as well.
Right.
Have you seen? It hasn't been very long with him, but what is the difference that you're seeing from him than what you saw from Andy Reid?
I mean, look, they're 2 Hall of Fame coaches. You know what I mean? The discipline, the attention to detail, how they run the programs, it's all top notch. I mean, you're getting the best of the best, and I think Sean McVay does a really good job at just understanding his players, you know what I mean, understanding our bodies, understanding what we need in order to be successful, and understanding you can't peak too soon. You know what I mean? We're not out here 3-4 hour practices, going hard. Like, it's a process and it's a moment to where once we need to be able to capitalize and do what we need to do, this staff is just great at doing that. So I'm excited to be a part of that.
To piggyback off that, you also play with one of the GOATs of all time, and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And now you're coming to Matthew Stafford, the reigning MVP, who's also won a Super Bowl. I mean, obviously blessed and grateful to play along those sides. But what makes those guys different?
Man, it's just their daily consistency at doing the little things. You know what I mean? They come in. There's the guys that they'll never miss a beat. You always know where they're going to be at. They're always on time, and they just have this different level of attention to how the game is played. You know what I mean? You talk about Pat Mahomes, who I feel like is the most just offhanded. You don't know what he's going to do. Not textbook. He's throwing left, right, no looks, and I come out here and Stafford's looking this way and the ball's back down. I'm like, oh my God! All right, like this makes sense. I see why you guys are so great, but I've loved getting to know Matthew Stafford, and I know a lot of these guys have a lot of respect for him, and I can see why they're successful.
Trent McDuffie joined us right now, second day of Rams training camp. And McDuffie, brand new member of the Rams, Super Bowl champion, Bosco, Orange County. Everybody claims you, right? Yeah, they should, because the local kid comes back home. But I'm going to go a little serious right now. Number 22.
Yeah.
It's special.
Yeah.
I know the story, but I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Why do you wear 22?
So back in 2015, I lost my older brother to a heart attack. And he wore 22 growing up, and we have 4 boys in the family, so, I was always number 7, number 1. I like to be swaggy out there, wear the single digit, and never worn 22 in my life until I got to college, and never asked for it, but walked into the locker room at the University of Washington and looked at my locker and it said 22. And for me, the recruiting process, there was a lot of schools who wanted me, and I wasn't a kid who kind of liked it. I didn't like all these different people talking to me. I was kind of like, yo, let me pick a school, like, let me just do it. And knowing that I had the 22 there, it was kind of just like a moment for me, like, okay, I know I'm supposed to be here. I know I made the right choice, and now I'm proud to wear it. You know what I mean? It gives me just a little remembrance and able to just put his name out there and kind of just let his name live on.
And before every game, you go to the 22-yard line.
Yeah.
And what do you tell him?
Oh, man, I say he's got the best team in the house. You know what I mean? Protect the family, protect us out there on the field, and enjoy the show.
Man, I can only listen. I know for sure how proud he is.
Oh yeah,
of you. There's no question about it. And
I think everybody's out there who's listening understands what it's like to lose a loved one. But family, community, lean on those people that you love, I think, can get you through anything. So that's why whenever you see me out here, I'll be smiling. I love doing what I do, and I tell everybody, just live in the moment. You know what I mean? We only got today, so that's all you can capitalize on and just enjoy it. You know
Perspective's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's why a couple of weeks ago you did that kids camp at Bosco. You didn't have to, but you wanted to.
Yeah.
You're a role model of the community. Why is it important for you to give back?
For me, honestly, like I said, my life changed when I was 13 years old. So just seeing kids and how knowledgeable they are, and how much they just love life. You know what I mean? I think, honestly, as much as I'm doing it for them, it's really for me. You know what I mean? It's my way to go back and give therapy, and I love coming out here. You see these kids right now, like, they're just so joyous. Yeah, and I remember when I was a kid doing a couple. Mercedes Lewis was the only camp I did.
He's still playing? Like 30 years?
He might be. Yeah. Whenever I see Mercedes Lewis, everyone's like, geez. I'm like, I know. I was literally like 8 years old at this camp.
Poly camp, right?
But it's just little memories like that you never forget. You know what I mean? Because you just go out there. It's an NFL guy. You don't know if you're ever going to make it, but, man, it's just fun. So I love giving back and doing things like that.
When you think of this schedule that you guys have, and you're used to tough schedules, being with the Chiefs, how do you navigate that? Is it a week-to-week type of thing? Do you look ahead at all?
Man, you can't.
You can't, right, in this league?
You really can't. Like, first off, there's no team out here that's just you're going to walk over. Everybody's in the NFL for a reason. Every team is good. You have to give it your all every week. But for me, I fell in love with this journey. You know what I mean? Like, even training camp, this is my favorite time of the year because you get to just restart, go back to the basics. And, there's so much ahead of you, but you just get to tackle a day at a time. Like, you ain't got to worry about everything else out of here. We're at LMU, it's just a football haven. All we do is football, and I love that. It's pure, it's enjoyable, and I always say just enjoy the little things. You know what I mean? When you win a Super Bowl, when you do all these things, the most things you remember is just the little moments. And that's why I try to tell the guys, let's just tackle today, worry about tomorrow when tomorrow comes.
You're going up against guys that you need to tackle in practice.
Yeah.
Devontae and Puka.
Oh, I love it. My guys. I mean, look, you just talk about two of the greatest receivers in the league right now, and guys are going to come ready to work. You know what I mean? So when you step on that field, not only are you going to get their best, but I know I have to be at my best in order to give them some work. So I'm really excited to come out here and work with them, and I know we're going to do a lot of great things.
Have you texted AD yet? Have you seen him walking around?
Man, you know what?
Everyone's
I know
asking,
everybody else is. Look, if he comes, it's only going to be great for me. So whether he's here, whether he's watching, look, I just can't wait to meet the guy, and I've heard a lot of great things about him.
Yeah, how much, if you have those two guys, the two best defensive linemen probably in the history of the game, playing right in front of you, how much easier does that make your job?
I said, good luck, offense. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I try to go in as an offensive mind. I'm like, what do you do? Like, you can't double team this way. Like, just, hey, snap the ball and you just play hard.
Are you a big film guy?
Love film.
Yeah.
Oh,
got to be, I guess, right?
Gosh, I got to be. You know what I mean? I tell even just all the young kids, like, just learn football. You know what I mean? Like, that was the thing that helped me with film is just like, I don't only know DB. I know what the safety's doing, the linebackers. I know what the 3 techs doing, the 2. Like, I know what everybody's doing on the field because now I know where the holes are. Now I understand why he's calling a certain defense, and it just slows everything down and just be able to kind of make up for things where, you know, you see a lot of guys try to do too much, where it's like, if you knew what was happening during the play, you can do that, but there's also things where you got to just line up and play again. So, I mean, I love watching film. I'm a film junkie, and I just love football. So, it's fun for me.
You just said that right there. You love football. That was a scouting report that Coach Negro gave me.
Yeah.
Like, this guy loves football. He's a football player.
Yeah.
Last one for me, though. There's a lot of parents who are like, I'm taking my 8-year-old here. I'm taking my 9-year-old here. This best advice you have for the youth sports parents that say, my kid's the next Trent McDuffie?
Man, just let them play. You know what I mean? Like, when I was growing up, my parents never threw me in football. They were like, it's your decision. Whatever you want to do, go do it. And also, don't just play football. Go run track, play basketball, play baseball. I played lacrosse for a year. I wasn't that good, but I just did it. You know what I mean? Like, just to get out of my comfort zone. And I don't know, when you're a kid, bro, it's all about having fun. So just go out there. Don't take it too serious, because once you get more and more college, NFL, like it becomes a business anyway. So why not enjoy your younger years just having fun with it?
Trent McDuffie, enjoy wearing that Rams uniform. That number 22 is to be awesome out here.
Man,
appreciate you as well. This is a good time. You can come back anytime you want.
Man, you know what? Let me know, bro.
You want a show? We'll give you a show if you want a show. I heard.
We got time.
I got
you know what?
You're a media guy when you're done. Trust me.
Wait till Quentin Lake comes over here. Tell Quentin Lake that, bro.
By the way, you call him Cap still?
Yeah, of course I do.
Because he was senior, you were a freshman?
Yeah, that's Cap right there. I appreciate you guys.
Trent McDuffie hanging out with us. Appreciate you as always. Trent, we're going to take a picture right now. Thanks, everybody, hanging out with us. Great show tomorrow. Sedano and Cap starting at 7 for Bergie and my man, Chris McGee. I'm Beto Duran. Thanks for listening to ESPN LA.
This is the Rams Training Camp Special on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA. Getting you ready for kickoff of the season on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams Training Camp on ESPN LA. Made possible